Yo, this is Tone Capone, and you're getting lifted to the sounds of my DJ, DJ Spaceship. Go ahead and beam him up, boy. Let's get him. 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 Let's get him.
Greetings and salutations from us to all the nations. We're about to get loose, strictly for entertainment. We're reppin' Tampa Bay. 10 toes down, this waves of the bay. No, we ain't playing round. Tuesday nights from 8 to 10, make sure you ride the wave. It's Tone Capone and DJ Spaceship on your airwaves. We're mixing interviews, R&B and hip-hop. We're blasting off, and the top is just a pit stop.
Greetings, Earthlings. DJ Spaceship, Tone Capone, Waves of the Bay is now on your radio.
What up, Tom?
Man, I want you to play the intro again, dog. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Salutations from us to all the nations. Greetings and salutations from us to all the nations. We're about to get loose, strictly for entertainment. We're reppin' Tampa Bay. 10 toes down, this waves of the bay. No, we ain't playing round. Tuesday nights from 8 to 10, make sure you ride the wave. It's Tone Capone and DJ Spaceship on your airwaves. We're mixing interviews, R&B and hip-hop. We're blasting off, and the top is just a pit stop.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Greetings, Earthlings. DJ Spaceship, Tone Capone, and Waves of the Bay fucking around on your radio.
We on that Groundhog Day tonight, man. I just wanted to hear that shit again, man. That shit fire, dog.
It be like that sometimes.
That shit fire, dog. Shout out G3, that guy. For real. I don't show him enough love, but he's the one that actually created that beat for us. And I got a surprise for you, man.
I forgot my headphones. That was my surprise.
Yeah, I got to put some shit together, though. But I got a surprise coming for you, man. I think you're going to appreciate it, dog.
I'm afraid. Every time he say something like that, like, I lose my hairline get
don't
pushed
back. Don't be scared
back.
now.
Oh, wow. Like, it's I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, last time I said it, he had waves, and then... Now we just waves of the bay. Huh? That's how we do it.
When I first met you, like I had a full head of hair. Like I had like Carnival Cruise Lines was here, Norwegian was over.
Steve Harvey hairline and everything.
No, it wasn't Steve. This was original. and then the Steve happened. It got pushed back like an airplane.
Life got to him.
Life got to me, and it happens. And then I got the Jay-Z voice. Trouble up.
Waves of the Bay, episode 20. Episode 20.
Let that marinate.
Episode 20.
20.
Let me drop some knowledge on you because I know you haven't been tuned in since episode 1. So we actually started this off as Powerline Radio like 5 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And we had a nice little buzz going or whatever, but whatever happened and momentum died and we couldn't keep pursuing it and whatever. So we've been trying to get back on the radio for like 3 years and maybe even 4 years since then. So the fact that we're back up here, we're 20 episodes consistently. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had any interruptions and all that shit. And we've had some amazing interviews. Yes. And we got some dope-ass people still to come. Yes.
We got one sitting in the seat right now.
I'm excited.
Black Wildflower is here. We get to chop it up with her, and we have a nice, quiet studio. Like this.
I think this has happened 1 out of the 20.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. 1 out of the 20.
This is a special interview.
It looked like Wu-Tang being here all the time, man. Like, you got the RZA, the Jizz, and all them hanging out. And this is like the second time out of 20. So
this is like the interview you see with like Barbara Walters and shit. Like with the silhouette.
What's the nigga down with R. Kelly? Gail.
Gail, ain't that Oprah's Gail?
Well, it ain't my Gail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this like Iyanla.
I love her. Her wordplay and I'm not gonna talk to you anymore, beloved. I'm like, oh shit, she said beloved.
Okay,
you know,
beloved.
Yeah,
that's how you know she getting real.
She's serious.
I don't know how I react to that. Real talk, man. Like nobody really ever talked to me like that. So I don't know.
It would be interesting for me.
I'd want to be like open to it. You know what I'm saying? Like understand and be receptive to it, but. I don't know how I'd react to that shit.
Well, somebody like that, I mean, I'm from the South, so we always talk to respect our elders, you know what I'm saying? Now, when they get coochie cuckoo crazy, then you walk off or you give them a piece of your mind. But I think me personally, I would sit to try to find like the educational message in what she's stating and what she's saying. And when there's as she say, breakdown in communication, you know what? I got to go. I wouldn't DMX her. But I definitely would next her and just, thank you, next. I'm just saying, man, because DMX just...
Right, I got a little bit. Slip that in there.
You know what I'm saying? I try to do a little something.
This is episode 20, Waves of the Bay. If you guys just now following along with us, we now have Instagram. We got Twitter. We on Facebook. It's at Waves of the Bay. All them things, at Waves of the Bay. Consistent. I love it. And go check out my webpage, tone-capone.com. There's a Waves of the Bay tab right there, and you can see all the episodes right there. You can watch it on YouTube, listen to whatever platform you like.
Amazing.
We are on iHeartRadio. We're on Spreaker. That's where it all started at. Spotify.
Say that word again.
Spreaker.
That's a word that he would not fuck that one up.
Nah, I like that one.
You can't.
I like that.
I mess up people's names, pronunciations of other things, but he won't mess that one up.
Not that one. Nah,
why you the
iHeart,
host.
Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, whatever podcast y'all listen to, like just search Waves of the Bay. You'll see that dope ass logo sitting right
dope.
there. Thank you. Shout out High Monks, man. He killed that shit. Killed the new DJ Spaceship
I was about
logo.
to say, shout out to Tone, and you made that happen, man. Dust off my old and brought out some new
I
stuff,
couldn't stand
man.
his damn logo.
Man, you just a hater.
And it's been a few years now,
Listen,
so it's just
but
like,
it's
man,
working.
Help.
like, we got to come with it now. So I approve of it right now.
Okay.
Listen,
good.
man, y'all gonna stop giving my old 20 logos too much. I ain't standing for this
20.
today.
It's 2019, bro.
Wow,
I
you
don't
need to upgrade.
Like he had that logo when he had hair.
Wow. And how long you still didn't say how long ago that was?
Let's see. I cut my hair. Damn, I forgot. It's been about 3 years. It's been about 3 years.
It's been 3 years and you
But
forgot?
He
Yeah,
was on that
it's about-
LeBron. He was on that LeBron
It
for about a
wasn't-
year though.
No. Well, okay, so this is what happened. So I had the 360s
Oh,
going,
gosh.
and I've always been curious how it look with a bald head. You know, I
Okay.
got the little beard action going. And so one day at my birthday party, I took a picture at Whiskey North. Shout out my brother CJ. And the way the light hit me, it looked like I was bald. I was like, damn, I ain't ugly. So
Right,
I went
okay.
ahead, and at the time I was in a relationship, and her son came with me, and he said, look, I'm only going because if it's ugly, I'm chewing. And when he shaved my head, so I'm like, damn, he finna go in. I got this big ass head. And he was like, as long as you keep the beard, you okay. All right.
Yeah,
so
you got it.
He let you. You know what? Here she go. See how she
Keep
giving
the
it to
beard,
him?
you know, you got to even it out. Balance.
Well, big lips and no mustache. You like a pedophile. I look like Coolio with the braids, the
Wow.
pushback.
Nah, you
Okay.
look
know what
like
I'm saying?
50 Cent in that one movie where he had to lose weight.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Oh my God, why did he go
That's-
there?
see-
That was not
that's-
See
fair.
how he tried to get his own
That was
side?
not nice.
Listen,
That's
I don't
what it
talk
was
about
like.
Morgan Freeman too much, but I'm just saying, Carlos Boozer ass looking motherfucker.
Waves of the Bay.
Right.
In which you have no.
This is
gray-
episode 20.
It's not grays of the bay though.
Oh, but it's still
My
there
feelings
though.
quick on his
But it's
feet,
still
though.
there though.
It is.
Shout out Graffiti Braids. Shout out Stephanless for keeping these braids.
It's gray because
Yeah,
it's dying,
shit.
motherfucker.
Oh
Man,
my
so
God.
official. Let's get into some music real quick. DJ Spaceship is about to blast off. This is Waves of the Bay, the podcast every Tuesday from 8 to 10 Eastern time. We are getting it in. We got Black Wildflower already here. We're about to have a good time. Yep.
Yeah. Aereo Soul. Man. Let me tell you how I feel, man. Let me tell you how I feel. Birthdays was the worst day. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Hey, I'm trying to be up in the skybox. A young, so smooth, sly fox. Kid playing at the house party, hot tops. Baby girl storm, I be the cyclops. I come through, I shine on sight. I'm good all day, but I live by night. And take flight. She know I'm about to take off. Then she ride me till I feel it's about to break off. Now that's the all-nighter. Meet the Pied Piper. Paid in full, they calling me Makai Pfeiffer. Q Money Mitch, without 100 bricks. I used to mop floors, now I'm running in first place, so I gotta get the last laugh. All the way to the bank till I cash that. Here's my routing number, another bank deposit. For John Doe, I cut you off. Lorraine the Bobby. Let me tell you how I feel, man. How I feel. Let me tell you how I feel. How I feel. You should tell me how you feel, man. How you feel. You should tell me how you feel. How you feel. You should tell me how you feel, girl. How you feel. You should tell me if it's real. Birthdays was the worst day. Now we sip champagne when we lurking, when we lurking, when we lurking.
In our young days we were so in love, and the thought of losing you was enough.
Can't lose me. Who be that holy prophet they watching with all his posture? His Rothstein goggle game be the dopest he got to be from the 80s era. His tennis shade Carrera, Queens forever, green pipe seats, clean Panamera, amateur Hanna-Barbera characters know they envy. The illest Hennessy, black sipper with loaded semis. You pick of the week, voted in rappers, you go against me. You can't tantalize a call girl with just a roll of pennies. Can't bait a lion in your trap without a tranquilizer. You enter in the boxing ring with no trainer beside you. My Panerai watch glows like Avatar, caviar, black diamonds. Can you imagine y'all taking from a rich man plate, kicking his door? Cause it's war with the bloodsuckers of the poor. The first shall be last, that's just universal law. Pop the cork, the Piers, you wet pause like this. I tell a story of a prince's life in all its glory. It's killing me softly, somber like the buildings at Fort Greene. Hood monsters and who walk mean. And they just came home and they grip they chrome. Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Test 1, 2. Give me some feedback if y'all can feel it. For the home invasion dudes that be robbing dealers. Picture me running inside the crib, rolling with you. Mask on the face, tying up his sister. Looking for the bricks to get richer. Smacking up the dude with the gun, take the jewels and the funds. A dirty game when you serving king. Got feds to watch checkpoints and roadblocks. Police barricades, battle rams, doors off the hinges. Wake up flinching, who ratted, man? Knew who it had to been. States, feds, and housing added in. Every department searching your apartment. Ramshacking it, found 4 ratchets. DEA jackets, we gotta escape the madness. Yeah, escape the madness. Yeah, through the eyes of Pablo. That's how I'm looking at you. It's an obstacle and everything. It's all natural, I'm keeping it palin'. Keeping heat with the silences. Learning Greek and Italian, speak with kings while dining. Good with hyenas, meaning it's hood when it's time for riding. Ties with suppliers from my days of the projects, where I resided a phenomenon. With the ambitions of a rider, pretty Amazon on my arm. I'm the flyest, the flyest. Yeah, let me hear that.
Was always talking crazy. Thought I wasn't low, that was a phase. Yeah, I was just a rookie trying to play. Yeah, I don't trust you, that's why I got reservations. Yeah, don't know what you bringing to the table. I'm not going out of my way. Wasting my time, you wasting my day. Yeah, I see you looking salty, hot take. I see you looking salty, hot take. 'Cause my heart is yearning for you. I got you nervous.
Is it yearning for you? Let me inside your love.
Yeah. I don't give up now. Now, always trying to keep in touch. But now, like I need to be alone. But tonight, I make good little wrong, it'll be alright.
Back at it. She ain't never do this before, but she good at it. Said she never made love, but she good at it. She make a nigga feel good when I look at it. I get goosebumps when I look at it. Oh, girl just wanna have fun with it. Oh, the girl just wanna have fun with me. These girls ain't really no good for me. Yeah. Da 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 da. Yeah, got a new biz that I ain't promoting. Yeah, all of my friends love money, doing. Da 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 da. Let me tell you something about my life. In every single chain, in my diamond rings, the way you walking, the way you talking, it's all because of me. And the way I'm all on you, girl, you know it's true. The way I speak is my melody. Don't you ever think it's another me, girl, on everything. It's a lot on me. I cannot be seen. I cannot be taking apologies. Yeah, they proud on me, cause that bag on me. Yeah, they after me. I got racks on me, got the stash on me. Think they gassing me, yeah. Hoodie on low, but I stay focused, yeah. It's hard to stay low and everybody know this, yeah. Look back at it, she ain't never do this before, but she good at it. So she never made love, but she good at it. She make a nigga feel good when I look at it. I get goosebumps when I look at it. Oh, girl just wanna have fun with it. All the girls just wanna have fun with me. These girls ain't really no good for me, yeah. Da 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 da. Yeah, got a new biz that I ain't promoting. Yeah, all of my friends love money, though. Da 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 da. Can I come by? I get a different type of fly. Hit a lick and split it with my guys. Getting rich, I'm really lit, but I ain't shit. I admit it, but I try. If I'm wrong, just tell me that I'm right. Let me tell you something about my life.
Yo, this is Tone Capone, and you're getting lifted to the sounds of my DJ, DJ Spaceship. Go ahead and beam him up, boy. Let's get him. 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 Let's get him.
One of y'all niggas gon' be fucking with me. I got 2 bad bitches gon' be rubbing my feet. I got 3 young niggas down the bus at their heat. And all y'all ain't got nothing on me. Not one of y'all niggas gon' be fucking with me. I got 2 bad bitches gon' be rubbing my feet. I got 3 young niggas down the bus at their heat. And all y'all ain't got nothing on me.
Okay, put your fucking hands up. This the fucking anthem. Smiling cause I'm young, rich, black, and I'm handsome. Not to mention wealthy, ass on a healthy young millionaire. What the fuck can you tell me? Smell me? Nigga, that's Chanel cologne. I'm in Europe with the tourists with no cellular phone.
Like, ooh, sound like rich nigga problems. I hit a bad bitch with a fist full of condoms. In the randomness of risky menages. Like, get the head right, she can get what she want. If it spits, then flaunt it. My drip like a faucet. She told me she was pregnant. I ain't even take the motherfucking dick out my pocket yet.
The opposite, she want me to fly her, so I cop the jet. Must be thinking I'm a one-way ticket on a runway. Dripping in my feng shui, sipping on a Sunday.
One of y'all niggas gon' be fucking with me. I got 2 bad bitches gon' be rubbing my feet. I got 3 young niggas down the bus at their heat. And all y'all ain't got nothing on me. Not one of y'all niggas gon' be fucking with me. I got 2 bad bitches gon' be rubbing my feet. I got 3 young niggas at the bus at their heat. And all y'all ain't got nothing on me.
I bought a Montclair coat for the times where it broke.
I'ma wear it in the summer on LeBron James boat.
Front row?
Duh, bro.
We don't sit on nosebleeds.
Ain't your pockets obese?
They won't fit in those seats.
Ain't we like a cold team?
Nigga Shaq and Kobe.
Like back in 03.
I was only like 6.
I was like 16.
But I can give her 16.
I can make a bitch scream.
That's a bit extreme.
I got a thick ball, bitch, I call her Miss Clean. My drip frosty like Halls and Listerine. And we all stars, you hardly 6'3".
Yeah, I had to ball hard to harvest these dreams.
Swear to God, me too.
No Harvey Weinstein, the coupe was lime green, my wrist was blinding.
We party in South Beach, Ferraris and blue cheese.
Fuck does that even
Nigga,
mean?
just let the hook sing. None of y'all niggas gon' be fucking with me. I got 2 bad bitches gon' be rubbing my feet. I got 3 young niggas down the bus at their heat. And all y'all ain't got nothing on me. Not one of y'all niggas gon' be fucking with me. I got 2 bad bitches gon' be rubbing my feet. I got 3 young niggas at the bus at their heat. And all y'all ain't got nothing on me.
Yo, this is Tone Capone, and you're getting lifted to the sounds of my DJ, DJ Spaceship. Go ahead and beam him up, boy. Let's get him. This is Waves of the Bay, episode 20. We just in the building. Tampa, Florida, what's good, man? Worldwide, what's going on with y'all? I know more than Tampa's listening to us right now. I can tell on my live feed, we got a lot of Kansas City tuned in. A lot of Junction City, Kansas. Shout out to the home team. I actually got to kick it with one of my peoples from high school a couple of days ago, man. It's pretty cool. He's down here for work, so
I
had
see
to catch up
too,
to
man.
him.
Y'all was inside like y'all was vibing.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't get no invite. You know, it was a light.
He was hot. He wasn't used to that humidity.
It was a light skin situation.
We gotta have some diversity.
That's a Tom G night.
I don't care. I mean, Tom G, that's my people's too. But I'm saying it was a light skin situation. I ain't dark. I mean, I'm too dark.
You gonna blame it on that?
Radio, wish y'all could see my face right now. I'm giving him that face right now.
Look at his face, man, because it's the truth. Look, when the truth hits you, right? No dimples, no dimples.
Oh my god!
Nah, man, I seen y'all boys was kicking it poolside.
Yeah, man, I had to break out some hen and. You know, he ended up ordering some pizza, so we was just out there chilling.
Listen, I drunk the most Hennessy in my life in Kansas with this guy. So it was like, Tone, we go on the store, Boulevard and Kansas.
But that Boulevard is not the same, though. Like, you know, like Boulevard weed is what I used to sip on, but they changed the whole for one, they changed the casing of it, so I couldn't recognize the shit. Okay. Then they changed the name of the shit. They called it Hazy Wheat. Yeah. I'm like, what the?
What?
Yeah. I was like, yo, where's the wheat at? It's like, oh, that's it. And I was like, damn.
But I will say,
it tastes different.
When it comes to drinking beers, like beer makes me pudgy. You know what I'm saying? But when I was drinking Boulevard out there with you, you know what I'm saying, pause. It was cool. It was good. Like I didn't get pudgy.
I'm just, imagining.
You know what?
Who uses that word, Joe?
Me and you.
I'm just imagining. All of this together.
You imagining that when I had hair, being pudgy.
Right. You got any photos? Because I'm trying to figure out.
With the hair or the... Listen, I got a photo, and this is a true story.
You can surf on the waves. That's how mean it was.
He could tell you.
Like,
I got a photo that... And I'm
they
like,
had Riptide with him.
It looked like...
You play too.
I'm serious. I went on a cruise, and I had the shades on. I was like, it was Miami Vice. Like, I had to check myself, like, damn, that brother got it going on. Wait, hold on. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But no, I got some. I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna set you up.
All right, we're gonna see. I'm just trying to imagine right now. I didn't only seen the bar. I didn't only seen you with hats. So right,
baby.
Like
Yeah,
so.
But it's too hot for that, man.
Right. See, I got this long sleeve.
Hey, we both made the wrong decision today. I got sweatpants on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going
we in Florida, like it's the middle of the summer, like it ain't
I'm
nothing.
going jogging in the Central Park or some shit.
That's
man.
okay. That's like when people wear polo boots in the middle of the summer. I'm
man,
like,
these cats be wearing like full out sweatsuits.
Nah,
right.
she
I'm
know
like,
them
it's like
polo boots.
Can't
listen, I'm like, you're not high. Your feet not sweating. I'm trying to figure it out.
Boots. Remember those? They
Man.
had the spot where the pistol could go on the side.
Listen,
See,
I don't understand. I don't understand. I am. I'm from Tampa, Florida.
Are you really?
Yes.
Let me ask her this.
Let's go. Hold on.
I'm gonna let him ask you that.
Waves in the Bay, episode 20. We right here. We got our special guest, Black Wildflower, here all night. We up here just chopping it up, man, having a good time.
Yes.
But we didn't got into that damn Tampa question.
I got to.
We didn't got into that damn
Go
Tampa
ahead,
question.
go ahead and
Questions for you.
You want me to ask it?
I'm gonna ask one. I'm gonna ask one.
Y'all
You gonna
came
ask the one that I know
prepared.
you're thinking about.
Okay.
What side of town you from?
Ooh, that's a little hard. Only because I grew up in so many different places.
List them, run them. Let's go.
Which one you claim then?
Oh my god!
Everybody looking at her like, you better say the right one. You better say. Soon as she leaves.
Honestly, I don't even like claim or rep any one side of Tampa.
Okay.
Just because I grew up in so many different places. I went to 3 different high schools. I went to a middle school. I went to 2 different elementaries and 3 different high schools. So, I really just say I'm from all around. I tell people that I'm from my mother's womb.
I want to ask
Were you fighting or what?
Yes.
Yeah?
No, not fighting people, but fighting
okay.
the move.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I was a lover. I'm a lover. No, I'm a lover.
Listen, Mike Tyson said, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but he was knocking their ass
That's true, but I don't know if I trust Mike Tyson.
He was choking her ass. Tom, go ahead and hit it with that next question.
Come
What high school did you go to? You say you went to 3 Ronham.
Yes, I went to East Bay High School.
Okay.
I went to Armwood High School, and I graduated from the Howard W. Blake.
Oh, that West.
You see, I had to put the Howard W. Blake.
That West.
Right. Yes, I did. Now you see why I said all over.
West.
You see what I was saying now? I done lived in Brandon. I done lived in Gibson. I done lived in West Tampa. I done lived in
West.
I done lived everywhere.
The West conquers all. She's supposed to claim the West.
This is not going to cause a divorce.
Wow.
I wanted to hear
already.
Jefferson High School.
You didn't let the people know. You didn't let the people know first. They don't even know what the divorce is about.
That 90-day fiance was strong.
Okay. Because it's more than 90 days. It's 92 days.
Okay.
And she gets stamps too.
Okay.
Oh,
my voucher came in. But you didn't say Leto, so we good.
No,
I'm a dragon. I'm Jefferson High School.
Wow.
I actually skipped school to go to Blake when Destiny's Child came there.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at you. Skip school to go to Blake, where I graduated.
Well, it didn't. I didn't make it inside though. The police was out there, so I went into projects instead.
That really did happen. They did have a lot of different celebrities come to the school. They would block the area off, but I actually went to the school. I didn't have to skip school to go there, so that's the difference between you and me.
See how she threw the shade? You know what? That's why you left the
for
mic.
what, like a year?
That's what I'm talking about.
For like a year?
How long did I go? 2 years.
Oh,
okay.
Enough to graduate as a creative writing major.
Listen,
and have that on my resume. So
clap it up for her. Clap
thank
it up
you.
for her.
That means a lot to me.
That one.
It was hard.
Put my
Jefferson's
cigarette
not
out.
that bad though.
Jefferson not bad. I mean, it's a school of what I call the school of minorities.
Who's y'all rivals? Like when it comes to that shit?
Leto.
That was your rival, like for real?
Toe. L-E.
Did y'all used to dominate them and everything?
Baseball, we were pretty even when I went there. Football, we had them. Basketball, it wasn't even a question. Track and field, we had them on that too.
Right, let's talk about track and field because I ran track for 7 years. Let's get on that. Right. So when you said Jefferson, I'm like, oh, okay.
I ran track. I'm gonna give you my history.
Okay.
I started at Gaither High School. I ran track and field, cross country, played football, baseball, and basketball, and I was on the athletics team for the ROTC at Gaither High School. So once I was there, Coach Simmons, who was the football coach at Jefferson, recruited me to come to Jefferson, and then I was like, nah, because I stayed in the east side, and I would have had to too many buses. And then we ended up moving to the west, and then I came to Jefferson. He was like, oh, boy, I got you now. And I never played at Jefferson. I didn't play any sports with Jefferson High School, but it's just the camaraderie, the vibes and everything at Jefferson that I just fell in love with. And then, you know what I'm saying? Skipping school over there a little bit. But I did graduate, class of 01. Our sign was this, the 0 and the 1. You know what I'm saying? I just told everybody how
I definitely graduated in 2012, so I got 11 years after you, like a decade in a year.
But you know what?
Don't say it like that.
What matters is
no, I'm just saying
we did it. We finished.
Exactly,
you know
and I'm
saying?
very proud of us. Congratulations for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're not one of my rivals. I mean, like I think when it came to band, Jefferson band was good, but Blake band was just...
I thought you was about, for 1 second, I literally,
my
posture had, I thought you were about to say something about Jefferson's band over Blake's, and I'm like, everybody knows that Blake has the best band in the land.
The only band, there was only 2 high schools I can think of that gave you guys competition. On a good day, they would win, but like I said, on a good day, that would be Middleton.
Oh, all right.
On a
Middleton
good
was
day.
our rival, though.
Right.
So,
right, from back in the day and today.
Right.
And Hillsborough.
Right.
Hillsborough. But Hillsborough got footage in the game. Matter of fact, when I used to work at
Hillsborough had a great track team.
Yes, they had a great football team.
Gaither had a pretty good track team when I was in school. I would
imagine
they had a girl that was fast on that team.
You know where all them people was from that went to Gaither?
Where?
The east side.
Oh,
yeah, from over there in East Tampa, 29.
What was your event?
Late.
I ran the 100, the 4x1, the 4x4, and the 200.
Okay.
You didn't do hurdles?
No. Oh no.
You the sprinter.
Yes.
I did the 100, the 4x4. I did the hurdles. I wanted to do the high jump, but I just couldn't coordinate that shit too well. And
my coach told me I had bad knees, so he was like, "Sorry, sweetheart, you're not going to be able to do it." I thought people looked cool doing it, but it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I really hate to be like the comedian with this shit, but this is a real story.
Yes.
This is a real story. I ran track.
Yes, it is.
I ran track just to get at a girl.
Oh.
And once she tore her ACL, I quit track the next damn day.
It was dudes out there doing that.
For real, man. In Kansas City, I was on the track team just for the track meets.
Did you wrap her knees in ace bandages after that shit?
I wasn't able to get to her on that.
Wow.
But yeah.
You
the track meets though in Kansas City, off the chain, man. Like I'm not fast by any means, but getting out of school for track meets, y'all know what it is, man. You got to run track. Like, that's just something you got to do.
I did the 40-yard dash, and I clocked the 4.39. I clocked that twice.
Okay.
After that, what would I clock now? Probably I could still clock a 4.39.
Well, I'm glad that you can stand.
It'll be
firm
4.39.0. All those, 439 seconds.
It's another radio if y'all could see my face right now.
Listen, I couldn't do none of that athletic as far as like speed wise, you know what I'm saying? And then like the high jump and stuff like that. I just, cause growing up, I also grew up a little bit out in Plant City in the country in Beesville.
Oh, wow.
Off of 60. And they had the youth center and they used to play the high jump game. And I used to jump pretty high. You know what I'm saying? Country shit. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
But it was good times, man. Real good times.
Yeah,
I ain't played football in a while.
I definitely can't run the same thing that I did in high school. I can't even run. I can't barely open the door to walk through. Like, yes, it's not as it used to be. And you know the difference between running track and being fit and having a regular day-to-day life, working a job and all of that.
So you look at the door like I do and start sweating like somebody gonna win.
Somebody open the door for me. Like, yes.
Like, oh, so y'all ain't got automatic doors there? It's
let me press
2019, y'all got automatic
doors. Watch it. Right.
That's that Midwest
hand sanitizer, y'all gonna open up for me, man? Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's funny though, man. That's crazy, yo. Like,
she's not a rival. She's not a rival.
So we good.
But we rarely get like homegrown Tampa.
Man, listen
up in here, man.
People
Everybody's from somewhere else. Like,
people
real.
ask me where I'm from, and they never guess Tampa. And I've traveled all around. People actually think that I'm from New York the most. They ask me if I'm Jamaican from New York, like specifically. I'm like, no, I'm from Tampa, Florida.
But it's very weird because most people you meet from Tampa, where you from? Oh, I'm from New York. And they put their hands up and, well, I'm from Cali, I'm from, wherever, everywhere else but Tampa, you know what I'm saying? And like people, and I want to say,
shout out Kansas.
A lot of people want to shit on Tampa, talking about people from Tampa can't drive. You right, because most of us ain't got cars. We catching the bus or we taking the bike streets. Everybody else that's driving crazy is from.
I don't really blame it on y'all. I blame it on New Yorkers that live in Tampa now.
Please.
And Miami. And the Atlantas and all the other,
It's just like the whole thing. Like, I grew up driving in snow. And Sergio, I know you can attest to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Driving in rain ain't shit.
Nothing.
So chill the fuck out. Like, these motherfuckers be wilding out in the rain.
It's a little hectic.
Or y'all Floridians.
Like snow.
The thing that gets me about y'all Floridians, if there's an accident, y'all to slow down and watch the shit like it's damn.
No.
And make some other shit happen. Like, yo,
that's our people from the Caucasus Mountains. They're the ones that want to see it. Us other folk, our license suspended or tag is bad, so we gonna keep riding. I'm just saying. We gonna. Oh damn, they got to. It's somebody the whole.
Gotta go.
I gotta get to work.
What's the longest you rode on some expired tags?
You want the truth?
Come on with it.
2 years.
Really?
No. License. 2 years.
Okay. Tags.
That's
impressive.
If 1 year.
I made it a year. I made it a year and a half.
I've been at about 8 months.
But I can tell you this: I can show you every back street in Tampa because of them bad tags.
I know you can.
Hell yeah,
I know you can.
But the license was because what up, fam? We got my man Quote.
Quote
the bill.
That's my man.
Some shit jangling. I was like,
and it's crazy that you came in because I kicked off my mix with you know what I'm saying, champagne, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, tell your jewelry to shut the fuck up, dog. That shit loud in a bitch. What's up with you, dog? El Quote and just walked up on us in the studio.
You know what I'm saying? Just crept up in the.
That's
bike
why I
door.
like closing the door, man. But y'all
That's
y'all
my
open.
But yeah, so
El Quote, what's good, man? Grab a mic, dog.
No.
you hit, we got him. Pause. When I lived in North Carolina, like the cops up there, like they didn't really. I don't know what their situation was, but everybody's from everywhere because it was a military city, Jacksonville, North Carolina. Shout out to the Marines, Camp Lejeune. I stayed up there for 2 years. Me and Mooch was up there, and we used to drive everywhere. So when you used to give them your license and stuff, they'd be like, "Oh, you from Florida? Yeah, I'm from Florida. All right, well here you go." They just give it back to you.
Really?
We used to be drunk, motherfuckers be high, like shit bad. The tag, the year and everything is just fucked up, but they wouldn't mess with you as long as you. So my cousin kept his Florida plates because he's from California by way of Florida. But he kept his Florida plate, so they'd be like, okay, as long as nobody ain't throwing cigarettes out and doing ignorant shit, they didn't give a fuck what was going on. So,
wow.
We just had, yeah, man. And honestly, Kansas reminded me of North Carolina ×2. Where I went, and then, like I say, the people that you go on a vacation with.
Matters. I was about to say, because I done been in North Carolina, and that's only
what
when
part?
Listen, I was in Fayetteville and I loved it.
It's okay.
That's
this
because
nice.
I was at Southern Fried, which is a national, it's a regional poetry slam where 32 teams come out and compete. And so I was there with mostly poets. So that's why my experience was amazing, incredible. And my sister lives in Fayetteville as well. So and she also lived in Kansas. That's the funny thing. And when I visited her in Kansas, it was nothing the same. So maybe.
Listen,
but you don't know where she lived at in Kansas.
I don't remember.
If you would have went to Kansas with Tone, like
it wasn't that impressive.
I'm not
That's
a
why I
big
didn't even
deal in
remember.
my
I'm
town.
sorry.
Let me set you up. Let me set you up how I went.
I know
down
enough
Kansas.
people. We can have a good time.
I
ain't that nigga.
The night before Kansas, me
I'm
and
like
Tone,
the tier below that nigga. You
me
know
and Tone had we had a podcast. We had Theo Lodge, and El Quote was here too.
Okay.
And
Quote don't be invited. Quote, bruh.
Quote just popped the fuck up. He got a key in this motherfucker.
Quote would be
something.
He got a
if
spare
Quote
key.
came to the crib, he'd be stuck knocking at the door.
Right.
That's who Quote would be. Because I don't know he's coming. He ain't let me know.
He just in the building.
I'll look at him through the peephole just like, nah, nigga.
He in the
Not
building.
today.
The morning, I mean, a lot of people, well, everybody knows this now. I'm afraid of heights. So airplanes, I could tell you anything about an airplane, what kind of airplane you on, all the crazy stuff, but I'm afraid of heights. And this mother sucker, I text him when I was standing at the airport on the curbside. I was like, yo, I ain't going to be able to make it. My flight take off like in an hour, less than that. And my ride, I looked up and they were like, all right, see you later. And they pulled out. I was like, damn, you going to just, fuck it.
Wow.
My medicine kicked in. I got on the plane. I say, look, whatever's going to happen is going to happen because, you know, I psyched myself out. But when that medicine hit, I was Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man and Iron Man, and I was just out there just chilling. So once I got there, the first thing I seen that really took me off my guard and made me a little bit paranoid, it said something about tornado shelter or some shit. Go down here or some stairs you go down. In the airport, I'm like, this nigga Tone don't come for like another 6, 7, 8 hours.
Because the whole thing about it, we got our tickets. He try to be cool with the shit.
It wasn't cool.
He got his own separate ticket because he was trying to fool us and make us think he was riding the bus to Kansas.
It almost worked.
From Florida.
It almost worked.
Why?
He got us straight through. Listen, and he got there like 6 hours before us. And the Kansas City airport is shitty.
He wasn't lying.
I'm not gonna mince any words with this shit. Kansas City airport is shitty. Tampa airport is like
Disneyland.
Nigga. Straight up, dog. Straight up.
Like even when I left
Straight
out,
up.
like I was like, okay, I took my medicine. I haven't ate anything. I want to, at least put something in my stomach. My flight took off at 5. Nothing opened until 4:45. And I was in group A, and it was boarding at like 4:50, and it was already a line at the spot. I was like, I'm going to be stuck here. I'm going to get
we're definitely opposites. I am the type that will jump from a plane. Like, I want to go skydiving. That's what I was supposed to do for my 25th birthday.
Go like that.
I can't do that.
Yeah, you got a little Caucasus.
Oh, wow. Wow, you're one of those, huh?
Caucasus.
No,
I'll go with you, Scott. When you go, I'll go with you.
What you going to be at the bottom?
Goddamn
right. Episode 20 of Waves in the Bay.
Taking the pictures.
This shit is on wax right now.
Listen.
When are you going?
Like I said, I was supposed to go for my 25th birthday, so now me and my brother have to reschedule it.
Let's get a GoFundMe
Which means that's
started.
coming very soon.
Yes.
Let's get a
Your
GoFundMe
birthday just
started.
passed.
Just passed. So literally,
That nigga crazy.
I'm with
Fuck
it.
that.
my brother's like, let's
birthday
go. My birthday was July 19th. Come on, you got to do a
Still
little
is.
better. Oh,
Still is
It's
because
still
you ain't
the month.
going. Still is
Okay.
July.
19th?
You're not a Gemini.
No, I'm not.
Damn, she did it with disgust in her face. You see how bitch? No, I'm not.
Because you got to come correct.
Like I told her, you didn't change your diaper. You stepped in some dog shit or something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm actually a Cancer Leo cusp.
Okay.
So I'm in between Cancer and Leo. Got a little water and a little fire.
Well, I'm 1 part handsome, 2 part greatness,
Oh.
4 parts everything else, and I'm Angie's sons on the 5th side. I'm a
Okay.
Pisces. We get along with everything moving. You see?
I see.
So now it makes a lot of
Pisces.
sense.
Wow.
It makes a lot of sense to you.
You know, I think this is why people don't like to tell people their signs, because then
It
they get
changed
that
the
wow.
it
So
changed
you
the
a Pisces,
perception.
huh?
Yeah.
Everything makes sense. That's what they always do. Oh, it makes sense.
You know
now.
what? I'd rather tell somebody my sign than that I DJ. Because the minute I'd be like, a chick, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. I'm a Pisces. Oh, you're a Pisces? They all right. You know what I'm saying? My best friend a Pisces. They got 20 people that's their favorite that's Pisces.
Nah.
Well, what you do?
Not
I DJ. So you a hoe, right?
That's how I feel about Pisces. I'm the opposite. I'm like,
Oh,
you a
man.
DJ? Oh, okay, cool.
But then you hear Pisces.
I'm like, oh, you a Pisces.
Listen,
huh?
I was
Water
talking to a
sign.
chick one time. Water. Let me tell you how she washed my ass up. Shorty was bad. I told her, everything was cool, and I was like, I'm a Pisces. She's like, oh, you're a Pisces? I'm like, yeah, okay. My daddy a Pisces. I loved him. And then I say, well, I DJ. So then you know how they got the little memes go around, thought jobs of people, barbers, warehouse workers, and I was like, it said DJ. She tagged my ass, and that's
Number 4.
Wow.
Number 4.
It was number
DJ.
3. It was number 3.
They really feel that way about DJs?
Listen, when I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
they
honest
do.
with you, yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
When honestly, as a DJ, I started doing house parties. That's where I met Tone at, and Tone is the reason why I do the events and stuff like that. Because I could have stayed in my little pond with the house parties. I was Dwight Howard in Orlando before he went to L.A.
Man, fuck Dwight Howard.
Pause. Use a condom. So you see how
He let you
work?
too.
Yeah, drop it.
You see how
Drop
that
it
work?
real quick.
But when the minute that I had like anything in life, when you have a chance where you start to get more attention than you used to, that's when you have a decision to be a thought or not.
Right.
And I didn't have a chance to be a thought because I was in a relationship with someone. I was in a relationship with my one of my kids, my daughter's mom, and I knew first of all she ain't play that shit.
Right.
And then two, I sleep too heavy, so if I did some dumb shit, she gonna fuck my ass up. And I'm waking up while my lips bigger than my eyes and shit. But I didn't have a chance to go through that, and I'm glad I did. And I want to say thank you for us being in a relationship, because I seen what a lot of my friends went through. You know what I'm saying? And then after I was able to go through it, I was like, thought or not. And I chose not to go through that because I just have bigger aspirations just than a piece of ass for one time.
Right.
You know? Ass is nice. Evil is good. Ass is good. You get your piece of evil ass is good. But I just wanted more than just some temporary, satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Because you're a Pisces.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Pisces, we the bomb, baby.
Oh,
you know
okay.
What I'm saying? What's that number one zodiac sign?
Not Pisces.
Is it
It's
Mars?
definitely no.
Come on now, don't. See, look,
Said
man.
not Pisces.
But
She
we
ain't
can
even-
be friends.
She ain't even give you no answer.
Pisces
She
are
said
great
not
friends.
Pisces.
Pisces are great friends.
So you done demoted me already?
I mean, you
Friend
put yourself
zone
in this
already.
position.
You done said your sign.
No,
you
because
better
you-
lie.
Because you
better
said
say
you were
your
married to me
Nope.
without
Oops.
some type of proposal. You just
Oops,
said
I
it
mean,
was
my
that.
birthday's in April.
But you didn't tell me the ring size either.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Ooh,
Right.
you have to come correct.
Oh, okay.
Ways of the Bay episode 20. I think I'm up here like Chuck Woolery and
The
shit.
best part,
Y'all
Daniel
young kids got to
sees that
Google
old
Chuck Woolery. Y'all might not know who that is. That's Love Connection right here. It's like black people meet right here. That's what this is.
You see what happened when you swipe right?
Straight there.
I'm so done.
Episode 20. We got Black Wildflower here. Black Wildflower, let's talk about the poetry event I had you rock on. I wanna go ahead and just start by the affirmation that you had us do outside. Like,
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't
heard about that,
expecting
too.
this at all.
Like, honestly, and I don't mean to jump in too much. Whatever y'all did outside, because I don't get to go outside too much. They put me in my box and make me work. It hit him 10 times harder than I ever seen before.
It was a vibe, man. Like, they set the
That's
whole
exactly what he said.
like, pun intended, they set the tone for the whole fucking night, you know what I'm
See,
saying?
like
Like, she
some
called us
people do it.
outside, and her and Dennis Amadeus, they did something called affirmation, which I don't know if y'all do that all the time.
Yes, we
Apparently
do.
You're affirmation queen.
That
Speak
is
on it. Speak on it. 'Cause
That's a part of our culture.
I'm glad you included me in that. That's
Yes.
why I was touched.
One thing that I do like to say is it's one thing to be a great artist, but it's another thing to be a great person. And I think that also starts by affirming one another, pouring that love into one another. And so Dennis came to me and he said, let's get the energy right. And that's nothing for me because being a part of a team, being a part of just the poetry community, we affirm one another. We do that with our students. We sit there, we hold palm to palm, and we state affirmations where we're speaking life into our situations because we're poets. I mean, we're using our words, so we want to make sure we use it in the right way. Right. And so that situation just came. I'm like, let's do it. I'm on it. And to get, I would say, poets who, are, let's say, new into the community or just starting off into this, to have all of them come together as well as yourself and we be able to speak that life, it really meant a lot to me because I think that oftentimes with poets, and Dennis said this himself, we have a competitive nature. We're slam poets. Like we already compete against one another. That's just what it is. It's not, I'm better than you. It's just the nature of what it is. And so I think it's important that we take a second and we realize that this is bigger than any of us. We're all going through different things at the time, so we must pour that love into one another, and that's what we did. And we introduced it, and it was so amazing. And did you see the show? Like you have to. I wish that. I wonder what it would be like for other artists to come together and affirm one another and pray together and love on each other. Like whatever religion you have, whatever it is, you can do an affirmation circle and you can do palm to palm and give each other love. That neutralizes every single other emotion. Maybe it's nervousness. If it's your first time doing something like this, you're thinking, these poets been in the game for a little bit. I'm feeling a little less than myself because my poem's not this, or maybe I don't memorize my work, or whatever the case may be. But it's not about that. I feel like we all have an equal playing field and we all need to give back to one another. So that's really what affirmations are about. So I want to affirm you guys, if that's all right.
I mean, I didn't get to witness what Tone did. So I mean,
okay.
Only if Quote's getting up too.
Oh, Quote in the building.
Oh,
man.
you might as well.
Come on now.
You might as well.
He in there.
You ain't gonna sit on the couch all extra cool.
We got Alfie.
We gonna need your
Alfie.
energy too, bro.
You might as well just join.
According to Facebook, they're gonna call you Alfie. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Hey man, they tagged me as Brixton Bang. and Keno. Man, those are the two people I get tagged for the most, man. Shout out to both of y'all, but come on now. I don't look like neither one of y'all niggas does.
The people that tag me as, man, just I get Flavor Flav, Coolio,
Shizm,
Coolio,
Sean October,
Jaffe Jafar. I don't get nobody. I don't even get myself.
Yeah,
it happens.
Y'all want to know what I get?
Black Wildflower.
No, since I was a kid, I've always gotten Whoopi Goldberg. I think it's because I don't know what it is.
What does Facebook give
I don't know. Oh, Facebook?
Right.
I don't know. I haven't seen what Facebook gives me, but people's always said that I look like Lil Mama, Mary J. Blige, right?
Yes.
Lil Mama,
or Brandy. I'm like, I don't look like any of these people.
I can see the Brandy a little bit.
Just like if you look real quick,
a little bit.
I've gotten this stuff since I was growing up. I think I just look like my mother.
Whoopi? I've never seen a young Whoopi. Let me put it like I've never seen young Whoopi.
I have,
but hell no.
Whoopi.
I would imagine Whoopi Whoosh.
I mean, I didn't always look like this. I just evolved into this flower.
Before you had the dreads, or no, that's
the
not
locks.
The locks.
How long you been growing the locks for?
5 years in October.
There you go.
Okay,
nice.
So what style were you rocking before you had the locks?
I actually had loose, natural, curly hair for about 2 years beforehand, and then before that, I had a relaxer, a perm, what we call the creamy crack.
Creamy crack.
Yes, since I was 6 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, very long time.
How did you break out of that?
You'll get to see some of this in my book. I'll just hint to that.
Okay.
But basically, my grandmother has been doing cosmetology for over 35 years, and my mother are very, very let's say, influential women in my life. And so they just decided, hey, we're going to put this perm in your hair, because I was considered the cousin that had nappy hair, because I have what we call 4C hair. I had the nappy hair. My cousins had looser curl patterns. Right. So they had the good hair. And so what happened as I got into college, I really just wanted to know who I was. Right. And I wanted to know what would it be like to cut off all of the expectations of what a black woman or a woman should look like, and just really be my own self. And so that also came with the fact that when I went to college, I didn't have anyone to perm my hair. So I felt like it was a perfect time for me to transition. And instead of transitioning, I did the big chop. And my grandmother, as she cut my hair, she was like, I start in the middle just in case you think you're going to go back. And I'm like, baby, I'm ready for this. And I cut it all off. And I got so many different, I had people saying to me like, oh, you look like a pickle. I had a dude I was talking to at the time tell me, wow, if you don't look like Amber Rose, I ain't talking to you. I'm like, bro, I don't look like Amber Rose no matter what. Amber Rose don't even look like Amber Rose.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, I'm not even light skinned. Like,
give her a rag and some soap. She like, who are you? Amber
what?
Oh, God.
So I took all of that, which you will see is in my poetry, is that I normally take pain and turn it into poetry. I take a mess and turn it into a message. So with that being said, I decided to embrace who I was. I love my dark skin, even though my entire life I was talked about for my dark skin, my type of hair. Right. So I just embraced all of those things. I went to Clark Atlanta University, which, oh my God, yes. Changed my life. I saw these black people walking around with this was when the natural movement just
started.
Yes. And so I saw black women and black men like just walking in suits and having their natural hair, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm away from my home life. I'm away from who they thought I was. Right. Let me show them who I really am. Mm-hmm. And so I went on a spiritual journey, and people were actually asking me why I had loose natural hair. Oh, you should lock your hair. And I was like, I'm going to do the research on that first, because I know that having locks is a style, but I wanted to know the spiritual growth through it. So
and there's a whole...
Yes, literally while you're looking at me, my hair is just symbolism for my spiritual growth. Mm-hmm. So like that's why I have the tapered out in the back. I cut 9 locks out. So it's so much into it.
You
but
got the whole routine.
Oh yes. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. And I learned a lot just going on that journey with myself, embracing my hair. Right. I actually lock my own hair. And so I'm very, very connected to my hair, very connected to myself in that way. And it really truly changed my life, just cutting off that perm and just seeing who I was as an individual.
I tried to do the locks myself one time. I had a dread. No, this is a true story.
I know you're telling the truth.
See, he think I'm finna give him some comedy.
No,
it might end up being comedy.
I'm thinking the same thing.
It's hard for me to see it right now, but I know you're telling the truth.
Because I just imagine you having like it cut right here with the ones on the top. I don't know what.
She matched me with the. Listen, I tried to do the.
He looked like the cousin in How High. That's what I'm thinking. Like with the thing right here and all that shit. Like,
now I tried to do it. I tried to use lemon juice.
Oh,
but I didn't have enough patience for none of that.
I never heard of lemon juice.
Yeah, well, that's what somebody told me to do, and it didn't work.
I see.
And I didn't have the patience. Yeah, she should go. It did. I see. But my hair, I used to actually have hair like past my shoulders and stuff. So I got away from like trying to lock up and had braids and stuff. I got pictures of that. That's verified. But I mean, it definitely, like, I like to see when people get into like the history and the meaning.
Yes.
You know, there's a difference between dreads and a difference between locks.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Sister, locks, and all. Like, it's a whole different situation. And when people get into that and they find out the history and I like to see that type of stuff.
And I'm definitely an advocate for being your best self. So I understand like wearing weave or like wearing
nothing wrong with it.
It's nothing wrong with it at all. And I've went through that, even having my own locks. Like I had crochet hair, like I didn't have wigs. Yeah, it's a journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to verify this.
Hey, I'm telling.
We'll verify this.
Oh, it looked good. Oh, what you're not gonna do is. But what I'm saying is, I went through the journey. But one thing that I always try to tell individuals, they're always like, "Hey, I want to lock my hair, but I kind of don't want it to be short." I'm like, that's the best phase, what they call the ugly phase. It is literally where you are learning who you are. You get to see it's so beautiful to see your hair.
The in-between
like,
phase.
Yeah, my hair locked up in 3 months.
Listen.
Now, some people it takes them a year, whatever, but I literally just braided my hair and I kept twisting it over and over, and I fell in love with feeling my hair, feeling what my curls were like. I just felt so connected to like my roots, literally. So with that being said, it literally just, I always encourage other people, like, if you're going to do locks, look up the research, understand what it means, as well as commit to the journey. Because just like you said, it's about the patience. And I learned how to be so patient with myself and others, just committing to it.
It's Waves of the Bay, episode 20. We got Black Wildflower here, man. If y'all just now tuned in,
lock it up.
Make sure y'all run this back. We're on Spreaker, we're on iHeart, we're on Spotify,
I told you he
we're
won't
on
mess that
Google,
word
we're on
He
Apple,
would not mess that
whatever
word
the hell
and
y'all use for your
he said that's
podcast. Search us.
Spreaker.
I said it real cool and just kept it moving though.
Spreaker.
But search for Waves of the Bay.
Right. On what?
All the episodes are on there. But it's episode 20. We got Black Wildflower here. We've been chopping
How can
it
they
up.
listen to us live?
They can go to Spreaker.
I just had to fuck with you.
Whatever, nigga. All right, that's cool. Because what's going to happen? You already fucked up and planning something now. I'm going to fuck. I'm going to clown the shit out
You did with
you.
the
see what happened,
I'm
man?
just imagining. I just
That shit
really
been
want
in my head since he said that
I'm
shit.
just
With
imagining
dread?
on your
Yes.
head.
But I never
Oh,
took
you about to make
pictures
a
of
meme.
that.
You don't have to take a picture
make a
of
little
it. You can
meme
see
and
me
like-
with dreads, nigga. That's what I'm saying.
about to
dog.
be on
Wait.
He gonna make me out to be rigid with shit locks. I
this
know
shit been
Tom.
running
And then you
through my
said
head
Coolio,
since
so
you
he
said
had
that
the braids.
shit,
So
dog.
I'm just trying to
Listen,
imagine.
Oh, damn.
I went to Kansas and I seen you in your natural form too.
Wow, he gonna
Oh,
pull
these
that
niggas
one
is
out.
wild, dog.
I
Hey,
just
I
want-
may or may not have a 15-minute video of my cousin Jawan and Spaceship just roasting each other. Yo. Like, roasting
Yo.
each other, dog.
That's why I
15
said in
minutes.
Kansas.
I just hit record. I wasn't expecting to.
Did you watch the whole thing yet?
I watched the shit live. Why I need to rewatch it for?
Well, I'm saying, have you watched it again?
Nah. I was
I
waiting
bet-
on you.
Ooh.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, dog. We went at it, dog. Like, it was like, hey, how you doing, motherfucker?
Foolishness,
All right,
dog.
fuck you, fuck your couch. Oh, you hot shoe face, motherfucker.
Baby
Oh,
girl's
wow.
like, are they done yet? And I was like, nah, baby, they clowning.
Let him clown.
Yo, we went at it, and then at the end, he still looked like Kevin Durant.
Oh,
Wow.
God, man.
Okay.
Stop
So,
clowning
ladies
my
and gentlemen,
cousin,
I
man.
do know Kevin Durant in Kansas.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man, Waves of the Bay, episode 20. If you guys are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, follow us, Waves of the Bay. We got a segment coming up in a few minutes, man. We still chopping it up right now. But we call it Tampa Bay Watch, where we like to play 5 tracks from independent artists. You guys can send your music, wavesofthebayradio@gmail.com. Man, Black Wildflower. Let's talk about the book, yo.
Yes.
Like, what I like to see is like people evolving and progressing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the next step for our spoken word artists is like books and publishing.
Okay.
So speak about that. How did you even get involved with that?
Okay. I actually just started writing. You know, I really went into the idea to intentionally heal. So I didn't imagine a book. I just literally knew that I had some issues that I needed to talk to myself about. I needed to work out. And so I just started writing. And as I started writing, I liked what I was writing, and I just kept going. I saw that how therapeutic it was for me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to write a book. Mm-hmm. And that in itself was a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster.
How long did it take you?
Actually, it took about 6 months.
Okay.
So there are some pieces that are like favorites, only 3 pieces that are part of the book that I've had for about a year, 9 months to a year. But everything else I wrote within 2 months span of time.
Now, me, I'm like real picky. So did you have to like go through and edit and throw some stuff out and all that? Like, how was that process?
Ooh, the editing process.
So I'm sure this book probably could have been like twice or 3 times as long as it probably ended up being.
Definitely. And I am one of the writers that I like to talk. I mean, I like to write a lot. So it took about 3 different versions of my best versions for myself before I submitted it to my editor, Zen Christian. Shout her out. Amazing poet. But I took for myself to see 3 of my best versions. Like, is this the best that you could possibly do? Nah, you can add more and stripping it and putting more to it, putting more metaphors and just really making sure that I was clear and consistent with what my vision was, and then submit it into my editor. But the book in itself is called Rooted. It is a collection of 18 poems that mean so near and dear to me, and it takes you on a ride through my thoughts and emotions and to how I've developed into the woman that I am today. So obviously it's called Rooted. My name is Black Wildflower, and it's really about my foundation, my perspective on my father, who was, not there in my life, my perspective on my mother, who was a Black woman just growing up in America and seeing that. And then my grandmother, like I said, different issues about my hair, self-love, encouragement, just a whole roller coaster into understanding that I am God's art.
That's dope. That's dope right there. Do you feel like you had an outlet, like with the book, like what it's providing to people? Do you feel like you had that when you were coming up yourself?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question. Thank you.
I appreciate that. What I will say is what I had when I was young. I'll go all the way back. I started writing when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
My work in the 3rd grade became so popular that, when we had FCAT rights, they shared my work to everyone in the county. And so I didn't realize, how big of a deal that was at the time. I just knew I liked to write. Take some time to develop that. I started writing, and then I started speaking at church. Seems to be a lot of people's first outbreak. And, I started speaking about this is my testimony and things that I went through. But it wasn't until I was 15 years old and I went to Howard W. Blake. I met Miss Casey Curry in the creative writing class, and she changed my life by 1, telling me to stop always writing about my daddy issues, and 2, stop writing about God. Like she was like,
that was your releases though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I wrote about how my dad was a hurricane, a storm, everything.
Right.
Like, growing up with no dad, all these things. But she just kind of pushed me, and then she introduced me into my life mentor, teammate, coach, Walter Wally B. Jennings, who truly changed my life.
Yo, I hear that name.
Yes,
that name flies around. Shout out to Wally B. Jennings, man.
That
like,
dude.
I finally made it to the Secret Society.
That's
you know
a pillar
what I'm
right there.
Yeah, I mean,
we call him the Godfather. We literally call him the Godfather of poetry in Tampa Bay.
You're not the first person to say
because
that.
he has so much that he's done. But not only that, I got introduced to Heard Him Say. And so this one, Heard Him Say, was at the Hope Center. I remember sometimes we had Nick Cannon come out. Like, we were doing big things. We were just still a small collective.
So were you doing that when you were a youth, man?
Yes, I was. I was a part of it when I was 15.
That's
the only
crazy,
thing, and Wally will tell you this, I never got a chance to go to Brave New Voices, which is one of the largest international poetry slams in the world. Right. I never got a chance to go because I was running that track. My mom was like, you can get this track scholarship, which I got some offers. Right. I got some offers, but it wasn't until I started writing and seeing how valuable my writing was. So going through Heard Him Say and Wally B literally having us at USF just spitting our poem, writing about different political issues, it got me into a place where I was like, wow, I can write and I can also be the actor. Like, I can write my own plays. I can write, my own story and own that. Right. And so I literally put down writing, though, when I went to college. It wasn't until I was about maybe 19 years old.
Last year.
No, honey.
Last year.
I'm 25. It wasn't until I was about 19 years old that I wrote one of everyone's favorite, which is called 3 Things That You Should Know About Me. I wrote that poem, and it literally was about like a relationship that I was going in, and my ex was trying to tell me how to be a woman, bam, bam, bam. But, just going into all of that and seeing what it did for me as, at 15 years old, writing and the release that it was, it really drove me when I came back. Right. when I came back, I really didn't have too much going for myself, to be honest. And so Wally let me teach what Heard Him Say, and it changed my life. I was able to then pour into those kids, and I wanted to give everything. I didn't have to get paid any money. Like, I didn't need any of that. It was literally about the mission and the movement and the goal. And since I've been doing that for about 5 years now, now writing my book, I'm able to see that young girls will read this and they will know that they are not alone. Young men can read this and know that it's okay. You know, like, you are beautiful. Like I said, you are God's art at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you know, no matter what you go through, your roots may attempt to rot. But it's up to you to find the cure through self-love. And that's literally what I had to do. So it took me, you know, a good, let's say, 5 years to get into this place, but it's the most beautiful place now. So I continue to spread that story to young people.
It's another form of release, you know what I'm saying? And you touched up on something about relationships and stuff. And the question, a statement I want to put out there is that I think when it comes to relationships, some of the biggest downfalls that men and women make, I'm not going to point one over the other, is women ask their best girlfriends of advice about a man. And homies, men ask their best friends or best homies about advice about a woman. Tell me about a time when you asked a friend about advice about the opposite sex and it actually worked in your favor.
Ooh.
You see how that worked out for you?
Actually, I have an older brother. I have 6 brothers.
Gotcha.
So my older brother, Andrew Barnum, amazing. The way that he has developed himself into the man that he is really has always inspired me. And so I literally go to my brother and ask him for advice. Like, I'll literally go to him and I'll say...
About men or just in general?
About men. I'll go to general, but I'll ask him about men. And I'll say, you know, like... one day I told him, I was like, yeah, you know, I was talking to this dude and I told him straight up, like, what are your intentions? And he was like, ooh, if that was me and a girl asked me that, like, that would turn me on. Like, a girl asked me what my intentions are. Like, she knows. So I go to him with things like that and he just affirms it for me. Or I'll come and I'll say, you know, this is the issue that I might be having with the guy, you know, and he'll say, oh, you don't want to be dealing with a guy who can't do X, Y, and Z. Now, I go to my brother, but I also go to my mom. My mom has, you know, she's an amazing woman. And so I'll go to her and I'll say, you know, so-and-so happened, and she'll say, well, you don't want to do who don't even open your car. You don't want to do who ain't going to put no gas in your thing. So I take just...
That's the damn truth.
I take...
Not necessarily, because you got to understand the person that's giving you, not to cut you off, and I apologize, Queen, you also are getting advice from a person's mind based upon what they would want.
Exactly.
So, like, whereas, like she said, her mom, you don't want a guy that's not going to open the car door. She might not care nothing about it. She might want a guy that's going to come home and tell her.
On something like that, though, it shouldn't even be her caring about that. It should be the dude caring about that.
Right.
We was raised better than that shit.
And we was also raised that the men are the hunters. Women are not to be the hunters, gatherers, and seekers.
Open the damn door.
I understand that, but I just gave you a whole nother gem, too, that went over your airport. But, I mean, at the end of the day, because you have to take the salt, and you have to take the sweetness with the sugar too. But everybody's going to give you advice based upon what they would want. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
I will give you my best advice, but it does not mean that I would take it myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely have some male perspectives that I value. Like, Quote, for one, he has a great perspective as well as an artist, but as a man. So sometimes I go to him and I'm like, hey, you know, like, this dude said so and so to me. Like, what do you think? Like, man, you know, these dudes be out here just you just, you know. And I'm grateful now in my life that I have that, because I didn't grow up with a father. You know what I mean? So I realized that my perspective was coming based upon my projection. You know, it was coming based upon the things that I didn't have and how I saw men. And so when I was able to mature and love myself enough, I was able to see that, okay, take a step back. He's not actually showing up how you think he's showing up. But if he is, why is he showing up that way? So I have learned through the male perspective, like Wally B, L Quote, my brothers, you know, like, take a step back and realize, what do you want? What do you desire? And is that man providing that or putting that out for you?
Right.
You know, so bam.
And it's understandable, because myself, I've had to sit back and do self-reflection of my actions and things that I've done, because sometimes you can go through a situation and you make your decision at that moment because that's what you had to do, and then you sit back after the fact and be like, damn, I could have did this. Okay, when they said that, they might have meant something different. And I just think, just me personally, everybody don't shoot Tone, don't come at Tone, don't come at the Waves of the Bay, come at Spaceship. I just personally feel that when a woman goes to a woman about advice for a man, she's wrong. And when a man goes to a man about advice by a woman, he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Every woman got to have that man that's not going to cross that line to give them that advice, and vice versa. Same with a male.
That's hard to find, though.
And it definitely is. Like, for example, my baby sister, I'm big brother. I'm like big brother, daddy, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm up there in age. But I've never been married, and she did something that none of my mom's 5 kids didn't, and got married and did it the honest way. But when she has her questions about like marriage and stuff like that, I give her the opinions based upon what I would want, but at the same time that makes common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go and talk to. First of all, don't go have relationship or conversations about your relationship with a man that is not someone that's going to want more than just that. You never know, but still, if you're going to talking to just the average Joe at your job, he might have been on you since you signed the application.
Right.
And same with a female. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, you can't go and just talk to the average female because she might have been on you since you did your tie like this in the interview.
Right.
So, I'm not going to sit here and poop on women or poop on men. I'm just giving it to you, you know, reality based upon what Spaceship's perception is. But I mean, once people get that in their mindset, their order of operation, it makes it feel a little more clear to them.
Yes,
you know
and I've definitely been in a place now where I've allowed myself to really receive the male perspective. Like I said, you know, I didn't have a father in my life. I do have my own set of issues that I had to deal with just growing up and different things that have happened to me. And so now I'm in the place where I've allowed myself to receive that. Right. And it's so amazing the things that I find. You know, guys that are interested in you, they'll be like, oh, yeah, he was silly for doing something. And I'm just literally talking to them like, okay, yeah, I definitely know you're interested in me for one.
By
for
the
two,
response.
I just want to know your perspective. Right. You know, I like to have conversation. Like I said, I'm one that says, what are your intentions? I want to know clear. So that way, when I come to you with a situation like we're talking about, you know, a guy did this or a girl did this, I already know that you already told me what your intentions are. Right. So that might alter your response. Right. You know, so I've been able to take a step back and realize that. But also, even with other people giving me their opinions, I learned to take a step back and realize, like I said, what do I want? You know, what do I desire? Right. Because just like you said, that's for what you see things as. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, my brother has told me some great advice, and I have followed it, and it's been amazing. He literally told me, before you want to get in a committed relationship, live by yourself for a year. Learn yourself. Yep. Learn who you are. Learn the things you do like and you don't like. You know, and that was the best advice he could have given to me, because when I did move by myself,
you learned stuff about yourself you didn't even know. Oh my
God! I'm like, oh, that's why that relationship didn't work out.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
I'm like,
it wasn't him. It was me, or it was us. Because I'm a true believer in
time to think too.
People, I never would have thought. Some people could be together for 30 years and say, I never would have thought this person would have did that to me, or I never would have thought that would have happened. But you never know a person, you learn to live with and around them and adjust accordingly. So they say a family that prays together stays together. I did a wedding last year, and the preacher himself said he doesn't believe in that. He believes in a family or a couple that changes together stays together.
Yes.
Because he knows people that's been married through the church for 10 years and now they divorce.
Right.
But he know people that's been married 20 years and they change based upon the conversation the wife and
well that's to be in my life in general. Like, this is relationships romantically, this is platonic, whatever it is. You have to be a person that's willing to grow and change. My name is Black Wildflower, the Black Queen evolving freely. So I literally live by that. I'm always constantly changing. Like, I don't understand when people are like, oh, I'm the same I am not the same person. Right. You know, I don't want to be the same person. I wasn't the same when I walked into this interview, and I won't be the same when I leave. I expect myself to challenge myself to grow in different ways. So if you even want to be around me, you have to be an individual that's open to growth in general. Right. So I'm gonna just knock that one out of the park.
The average person changes every 2 years. So I mean, they change for the better, they change for the worse. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make the determination on which side of that person you want to stand on, the better or the worse. And just because you stand on the worst does not mean that you can't help that person grow to become a better person. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we do it on the Waves of the Bay, man. Just, we vibe, we ride.
Waves of the Bay, episode 20. I actually want to make her ride the wave right now. For real. I want to hear some shit.
Let's see what you got.
I want you to drop a poem on us. But hold up. You
got to reset. Hold on. You ain't say right. Let me reset for just a moment. Let me just
do your thing.
But let's get this. Let's make this official. Spaceship, go ahead and drop it on it, man. What's going on? What we about to do?
Well, I'm gonna just hit y'all with
Let him introduce him.
Oh, you spaceship. There goes spaceship. I was like, damn, spaceship.
I'm sorry,
Spaceship grew hair.
Spaceship. My fault.
Spaceship grew hair. All right, so
Mama Spaceship.
Ways of the Bay.
My fault.
Well, Mama Spaceship stay up the street. That's
Wifey Space.
the mothership. The mothership.
Oh, the mothership.
That's my mom. Shout out to Angie. They call me Angie's son. That's
Hey,
what
mama.
I told you. I'm like 3 parts handsome. Hey, Tone, you keep your mouth to yourself.
Hey.
Pause.
Double pause.
So the first episode we had my brother Ray Butsky and my other brother Sean October in here, and just bring your tracks and we play it and we vibe. But what ended up happening is a oops turned to a They sent in their performance track instead of the actual song track, and they performed it live. And we just said, forget it, we'll keep it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go live, and we created the term, the name. It came up to Ride the Wave, and then we have people come through. Whether they R&B singers, we have my man M. Weezer in here. We had a count M. Weezer. See, I told you I messed up. But I told y'all earlier I mess up names. Shut up, Tom. But then we have poets and stuff come through. They do their thing, and so now it's on you, Black Wildflower, to ride the wave. We want to hear something live.
For sure. I'll go ahead and spit 3 things you should know about me since I mentioned that earlier.
Number 1.
I am sick and tired of conforming to the simplistic ideals of society. Rules written by a man that continuously divides in me. See, I am a woman, to make it plain and true. But the perspective of a man says, there's more I must do. There's something else I must prove. I will not and cannot be accepted into the gates of womanhood. If in my closet skeleton stood, like I must be well kept in order for him to keep me. Hell to that. It's time to start stating some facts. Fact number 1, I am not just a number. You can't add me to the piles of filth cluttering in your closet like I'm the shirt that pressed against your skin. You did your dirty work in as my fabric slid across your brown peel. We ignited friction, gave birth to tension while you're moving and grooving to how well you fit into me. You can't throw me into a pile with others, ready to come and go as you please. You can't calculate the substance of my attraction by adding the locks that might crawl down my back, subtracting inches off my waistline, then adding the fullness of my behind. Then you want to multiply that by the softness of my 2 lips, 2 hips, and the dimples in my thighs, totaling up all of your points as if I'm some type of trophy prize. Listen, if you want to play mathematician, how about you calculate how many galaxies I've created in my mind, large enough like stars or suns to inspire this entire universe. And then you can divide that by the darkness I can't bring into your life because my spirit is so luminescent, baby. I live as a light. I am not just a number. So don't add me as one. Fact number 2, I don't believe in pretty. I'm not a rag doll held under society's influence. If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, then I will behold her. See, pretty has become a religion worshipped by the insecurities in their heads. I'd rather just be myself instead. Am I expected to tame my hair or blame my roots? My complexion is perfection because I know it's imperfect. But see, that shouldn't be a factor to determine if I'm worth it. See, pretty shouldn't be an image, but yet a state of mind. So when I wake up in the morning, baby, you should still be mine. Even with my breath burning your brow or my hair crawling towards my face, even then I am still not a disgrace because your understanding of my mind will always take pretty's place. Fact number 3. I walk beside you and you beside me. I am not your backbone nor your spine. I am a goddess created by the divine. My power is not limited by you, but it's equivalent to yours. See, these stitches that we sew, they will never come undone. Why can't we just walk together as one? There are so many rules that a woman must follow. But is it fair that a man is allowed to be so shallow? I don't have to abide by his instruction, not to be led into the path of destruction. I don't have to conform to these simplistic ideals of society because only I define me. I am a woman, to make it plain and true, and there should be nothing else that I should have to prove. Thank you.
Hey, okay.
Killing it.
Let me get them snaps right quick.
You can snap, you can clap, you can stomp.
We can stomp. Well, if I stomp, I got a corn. You got that bunion down there. You know what I'm saying?
You revealing a lot today. Corn, the dreads. I don't know.
That popcorn is delicious.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like a movie going on over here.
I see it.
Meet me at the London.
That was Black Wildflower. This is Waves of the Bay, episode 20. She just rode the wave. She just rode the wave.
She rode a ride.
She just ride the wave. Don't sound right. That's out of context.
See, I told you.
I'm just saying,
it was Spreaker. He'll say it right.
Oh, wow.
She was featured on Ride the Wave segments in that episode 20, Waves of the Bay. Black Wildflower, give the people your social media information.
You can find me on Instagram at BLACQWILDFLOWR_. You can also find me on Facebook at Tavonia, TOVONNIA, Black Wildflower Lewis. Thank you.
Let me ask you this, yo. How did you come up with the name and why are the letters?
That was my
and what's up with the spelling?
I love this question. So, in route of self-love, because I refer to Black Wildflower as just my name of self-love. Like when I found that, I literally took, like I told y'all, paint into poetry, the fact that I was always called black for my dark skin, or when I am catcalled, they say black. So I took that idea. Yes, yeah. I took that idea and I took the root of black, which, like I said, was a painful thing for me. I turned the K into a Q to represent the queen in my reflection. Okay. Wildflower was first wildfire, right? And I was like, oh, that just don't sit right with me because I don't feel like, I'm burning. Like, I just didn't feel like that was one for me. So I looked into wildflowers and I started to do research on wildflowers. The name literally came to me like God laid it for me. I'm telling you the truth. And so when I looked up wildflowers, I just started researching all these wildflowers and how beautiful they were. And one thing that I loved about it was that wildflowers can grow anywhere without human intervention. Anywhere. So I felt like I was a wildflower and I could grow in any environment in places that people thought I never would. And that literally just alluded to, I would say, my grandmother telling me that she was like, oh, you want to do poetry? You ain't going to do nothing with that. Oh, you think a woman can lead? Oh, you ain't going to do that. But look at me now. But you know what I mean? That literally alluded to all the things that people said I couldn't do and places people said I couldn't go. And it's spelled without an E, while flower is spelled without an E because I'm not perfect. I am a flawed individual and I've always been very honest about that. And I want to keep that way. So I'm very open with my flaws. So I am Black Wildflower, the Black Queen, evolving freely.
That's dope as fuck.
You see how she did that shit, man?
Of course. Yeah.
She just went through traffic like this. Well, everybody at a standstill.
She's ready for the get down. And the reason why, she has an event coming up.
Yes.
And we haven't even really talked about.
We ain't
this.
even got into it yet.
We haven't even talked about this yet. Let's talk about what's coming up, because I know it's coming up very soon. That's part of the reason why we had you. We touched on the book, so the people that want to see this all come to life, let them know what's going on. So
this Saturday, August 3rd, Black Wildflower presents Rooted, which is a book signing and a showcase, which I'm very, very excited about because it features some amazing local talent like Moeza, Genesis. Genesis.
Look, don't tell him
Shael.
She gonna check you.
He gonna hear it. He gonna check you. Up.
Yes, Shael. I definitely have Lex coming out. I have some talent that has never performed in Tampa, but incredible pianist Justin Yoakum. I mean, this man is directed an orchestra. So Justin Yoakum. I just have Fresh P, amazing artists coming out to celebrate with me. This event is going to be catered by the Tim Tebow. He's an amazing rising chef that I actually known for so many years. He is going to be preparing the meal. So this is a dinner and a showcase.
What?
Yes, dinner and a show. It starts at 7 p.m. Well, the doors open at 7. Y'all need to be on time.
And where's it going to be?
Dinner starts at 7:30. Showcase is at 8. This is at La Union Marti Maceo, which is 1226 East 7th Avenue in Ybor City.
I'm going to have to check them out.
Yes, it is a Cuban club that has been around for 100 years. It has been in this young lady's family for 100 years. So I definitely wanted to invest in them as they invest back into me. Gotcha. And so I'm very, very excited. You can find information for tickets on Eventbrite, or you can also come to the door and buy your ticket there, which it is $25. Like I said, it includes your dinner and the showcase. And I'm going to be performing live. Y'all can get some new poems with some favorites.
You can't beat that.
Yes, and I'm so excited. And I get to sign your book with my signature. Bam, bam, bam. Give some hugs, love, and affirmation. So come rock out with us.
I can tell you're excited, but what are you most excited about? Because that's a huge night right there. Like, that's major.
You see the vibes?
Like, you have arrived with that shit, man.
I am excited. I'm so excited about the showcase. This is my first time doing this. All right. This is my first time having a show. Okay. So I'm very excited about that. I'm excited that you guys get to hear new poems, but I'm excited about the book. I'm excited that people get a chance to open up this book like they're literally opening up my heart and my spirit and getting to read some of the trials and tribulations that I went through and being able to see why I have developed into the woman that I have. I'm excited about the journey. I'm excited about other individuals being motivated and inspired by this, because something that Dennis Amadeus actually told me was that he was proud of me after I performed at Grow House, that I was taking poetry to a different level. And so that is just creating that live choreo with music and all these different things with my words. And so I'm excited about other individuals getting inspired, other individuals getting healed, other individuals being able to see, oh, she did it, then I can do it, you know, especially my students. So I'm really, truly excited about the showcase, because I have friends coming down from Jersey. Okay. My brother is traveling 14 hours on a bus. He will be the...
What part of Jersey? Plainfield? Newark?
Listen, you getting into the details once again. Okay, I'm not from Jersey. I don't know exactly where she's from. She didn't travel from Virginia to Jersey. She's just a traveler.
Okay.
But she's coming down. She's going to be a photographer for me. I'm excited about my little brother. This is his first time hosting. Like, I'm excited for the opportunity to give other people an opportunity. Right. Like Tim Tebow, he's told me he's never done something this large. I'm excited about that, how we can grow together and come together as a community and see the beauty in healing, to see the beauty in being open and being honest and what that can do for you. So that is what really impressed me, and that's what's kept me going all of this time, because it has not been easy. It has literally only been me and my mother and my brother putting this together. So I'm really just excited for everyone to experience me live.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm excited. What day is that now?
This is going to be August 3rd. This is this Saturday. This Saturday.
Bumberclad.
Yes.
I want to come check you, man.
You got to. And 3 is my favorite number, so you'll be getting the double. Right.
Three's up.
Yes, 3 is my favorite number, August 3rd. I am just ecstatic. And plus, I have good news, some really big news after this. So I feel like you come to the book signing, you get to experience me, and then bam, after that, you get some really amazing, life-changing news that I will be sharing with everyone. So yes.
That's the teaser right there.
Teaser.
Amazing teaser.
Yes.
Oh, you got to be quicker than that.
The book is also going for sale for $15.
Okay.
So you
now,
can.
just to be clear, the admission, the price of admission does not include the book.
No, it did until July 8th. I gave y'all a little promo. I said you buy your tickets before July 8th.
To the middle of the map and.
Oh, well, sorry.
Like,
well, before July 8th, you could have, look how I was giving deals. Before July 8th, you could have got the book, the showcase, and a dinner for $25. But now you got to pay. This is a $40 value, honey. You're going to have to pay.
Hey, I completely
it's about supporting and investing into your local artists, you know?
That.
And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see everyone come out and show each other love. And like I said, share those affirmations with one another and really get to hear some of the things that have troubled me as a young woman. I think I'm really, really, really excited to be open. This is my first time sharing a lot of these experiences. And it's only this is only the beginning. Let's just say that this is only the beginning. And I'm just excited where I'm going to go after this. Like, I'm already looking past it and what I can bring to the community and how I can be in a position of leadership to help other beings. So I'm really just excited about growth.
Okay.
Let me give you a few jewels real quick, because I know me and him have been doing this for a while. Number one, expect the unexpected.
Yes.
So just, you seem like you have a cool demeanor to you. So when things happen during the show, 'cause something's always going to happen, the audience doesn't know what's going on unless you let them know what's going on. So as long as you keep things cool and stay collected and just get it done in the background, that's going to go miles. Number two, Man, what's another good jewel to drop on you?
Drop them on me, please.
Oh man, what's another one?
Don't give them too much.
This is about you. So as much love as you want to give to everybody else, make sure that you capitalize and seize your moment. Because I've seen a lot of people do album releases, book releases, things like that, where they try to show love to everybody else but them. And then at the end of the night, they're rushed for their set. They don't get the time to do what they came to do. Mm-hmm. They didn't get to execute fully. So make sure that everybody's here for you. Everybody's there to celebrate you. So just make sure that you celebrate yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah, straight up. Like those two jewels right there. That goes to anybody out there doing events. Like we've been doing this 5 years strong. Like if it's an album release, I try to tell people, and I'll put a name to it. J. Rock Jones. J. Rock Jones, so much love. I've seen him do an album release where he barely got to rock his own album release. Mm-hmm. And it just comes down to stuff like that.
That's funny because J-Rock actually gave me some information.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me some advice. He told me at Giddy's 30th birthday party, he told me that make sure that you get rest. Mm-hmm. And he was like, man, you look kind of tired. It looks like you've been working a lot. I know you've been on a run. You've been doing all these shows and interviews. But he's like, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And that's something I think that's really, really getting to me. It's like this new place in my life. What does it mean to take care of myself at this level? Mm-hmm. It's like a whole different level of self-love. So I really appreciate you giving that to me because I'm excited about all these things, but I'm really excited about Sunday. Like I'm excited about Sunday when the show is over. Right. And it has been so much. There'll be some shows I'll be like, man, I'm ready to get this shit over with. I'm ready to go to sleep. I am ready to go to sleep, y'all. I am ready to sleep. I'm an insomniac. I'm a creative, so I'm always up. But I haven't slept, and it's because I'm so excited. It's a new thing. It's like the first day of school every single week. So I'm excited about that rest on Sunday morning. To be honest, because
be beautiful.
Yes, because I'm like, wow, and for everybody,
you gonna wake up and be like, oh, I can go back to sleep.
Right. I'm just so excited for that.
Look forward to any rest you can get. Like me as a DJ, I take Steve Aoki. He said if I got a DJ at this spot and I got a 5-minute drive across the street, I'm gonna get in the backseat and take a nap as much as I can. So, any chance that you can to put your feet up, close your eyes, meditate, think for 10 seconds, make it happen.
Thank you.
Even at your event, you can take a nap. And when people hear the word nap, N-A-P, they think like snooze. It's not snooze. What it comes down to is taking a break. Sit down, observe. You know what I'm saying? There's been times, and to touch up on what Tone said, J-Rock has told people, relax for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just enjoy the moment. Take in what's going on right now. It's not saying that you have no control. It's saying that you're regaining control. You know what I'm saying? So J-Rock is a Zen master in his own. And I'm pretty sure he realizes it, you know what I'm saying? But he's a Zen master in his own, you know what I'm saying? So take a nap whenever you can. I take naps whenever the fuck I can. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
I would hit snooze. When you guys was up there performing on that Sunday night at the Poetry Slam, I ain't doing shit. I'm going to go walk off and hit snooze on my damn self. So when I come back up there, I'm refreshed. You know what I'm saying? So that night, there was moments in that night that happened that I wanted to capture, like I shared with Tone today, and me and Manolo talked about. You have to refresh because if you stay in the same vibe, the same railroad, the same tracks that you are on, it makes it a little bit harder to shoot a little past that. So I done seen what you do. You got this. Just take your nap. That's all you got to do. Sit back, relax. Let people do what they do. You employed them and gave them the positions for a reason. You trust in them. You got this.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And like
I'll send you an invoice for that advice too. That was
yeah, okay.
$19.99.
You have to wait till after the book signing. Okay, pay it back with buying a book. No, but literally, no. Thank you. I appreciate you so much because, like I said, I'm in a season of receiving. Literally, this book, that is what it has humbled me to do. I am so much like my mother, where I am the woman that's like, oh, I can do everything. Mm-hmm. I'm like Superwoman. I can do whatever. This book has broke me so many times, sat me down. I've read the book so many times, and I'm like, wow, like I went through this, like sitting in the moment and being a reader. And not only that, like literally this last week, and I feel so encouraged by what you're saying, because just this last weekend, I had said, I'm like, I'm going to sleep and I'm going to practice and I'm going to practice. I literally allowed myself to have a good time because I know what I can do. And I can trust in what I can do, and just allowing myself to just relax and be an individual, and knowing that I have to trust myself through this process. Like, that's what I had to do with the book. I had to literally trust my words, literally trust myself that I can meet these deadlines, that I can be the person that puts out a book. Like, I'm an author now. And so being able to do that, I have been humbled. I am definitely a different woman than I was before. So I just appreciate the affirmations and love and encouragement. I appreciate you guys so much for bringing me out on this show. Like I said, this was one of my career goals. Like, it was a goal.
You come here?
Yeah, because I love you guys. You have I'm just saying,
20, bro.
You have such great energy.
Career goals on people.
You have
right
such
now,
great
bro.
energy.
Listen, I'm the crazy. I don't know. I'm just country.
He's
light skin.
He's country, but you are so smooth and
light skin.
You are such an amazing host. You're such an amazing person, and I didn't have to know much about you all. I literally like I said, I know Quote, and I know he's not going to be around anybody that's not putting in anything into him. So
I agree.
when I saw,
we met him in the alley.
Right, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, let me see them for their own individual energy.
Right.
And to see you all, I am very inspired. I'm very grateful. I'm very just humbled, being here in this seat. And I want you to understand that, like, thank you for giving me this love. Like, literally right now, like, you don't understand what you're pouring into me. And for you guys to be doing this for 5 years, and for you to have the background that you have and the knowledge that you have, and you're willing to give me a platform to speak.
Right.
Thank you for allowing me to be free. Thank you for everything. Like,
anytime.
I'm taking it so serious. I'm taking it, putting it in my pocket.
We're gonna see the invoice in the morning. Just get used to it.
I'm gonna cry later. I'm a crier.
It's like MTV, Pimp My Ride.
You don't cry in the car.
Right. Your car look nice now, but we're gonna see them.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Tomorrow. But for real, we're 20 episodes into the rebirth of what we're trying to do. We also have the 88.5 Saturday Night Shutdown.
Yes.
Like, we have aspirations as well. So just the fact that, like, I met you at open mic night. Like, we did that in March. We're about to run that back in August, But I met you in open mic night, and since then, like, I've seen you just ascend.
Thank
and
you.
it's kind of like the same thing with Talicia. Like, when we met her, like, since the time I met her, she's
queen,
leap years above where she was at. So it's just like, I like seeing people do good. I like seeing people put in work and actually reap the benefits of it. So I appreciate you coming through here. Like, this means a lot. I'm glad we actually got to talk to you and not have, like, a whole crowd of people in here and everything. Like, we actually got to get to know a piece of you. So I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
But give the people your social media information one more again.
Of course. You can find me on Instagram at BLACQWILDFLOWR _ Facebook, Tavania, TOVONNIA, Black Wildflower, BLACQWILDFLOWR, Lewis, LEWIS. You can also find me on Facebook just as Black Wildflower. So I have different versions on Facebook, and you can find me there.
Dope. And you can find her Saturday.
Yes.
Come to the book. Everything. Book signing, book showcase.
Yes.
The show, the dinner.
Everything, and get this good food. Oh my God, I'm so ready for the food. I'm sorry, but I'm really ready for the food.
I already know I'm missing it. I'm hurting right now. Like,
Mikey.
It's okay.
I'm
you
thinking
can live
about when
me.
I see you on Saturday Shutdown. We're gonna be thinking about the food that we done missed out on.
Right.
Like, it's gonna be one of them situations.
We got the corn and the.
I'm gonna need that corn.
I don't know. I'm a corn lover, but ever since you alluded to the corns on your feet, I don't know. I don't know if. I
love corn too much to even be phased by that.
I got honestly, and the funny part about it,
bring it back real quick.
This was gonna happen. Somebody gonna see me out in the streets like, I heard you got corn, and I guarantee you, the person that asked
they're gonna try you.
I guarantee the person that asked me, my feet look 10 times better than theirs.
Oh,
and I used to be an athlete.
Oh wow, I can understand that.
Take your sock off and show. Hey, girl, you might.
Y'all know about that black toe.
I don't have black eyed peas like tone.
Oh
well, my shit's recovered.
Recovered?
Yeah. If you a hooper, you might have ran into that black
some healing. Hallelujah.
Tone got that Icon. He got the Icon and a man in his shoe. Left a good job in the city.
I'm gonna tell you, this is one battle you don't want to do right here.
With the feet?
Yeah.
My shit ain't fucked up.
Stop.
All right, I'm gonna tell you.
I don't want to see the feet. I don't want to know.
My shit I don't heard. Listen,
we're in a shoe battle right now. Hey, or a foot battle. This one battle you ain't gonna win, pimp.
I guarantee you're not gonna shit on me like that, dog. Your third toe touched your first toe. I heard about it.
Oh my God.
I think that's a plausible comment too, man. But this is Ways of the Bay, episode 20. We up here chopping up. Black Wildflower came through. You don't have to leave. Stick around.
Oh, I'm here.
What we're about to do is shit. What time? Damn.
We don't.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Happens, man.
Let's reset this. Okay.
So now he used it. Let me reset.
This is Waves of the Bay, episode 20. If you're listening, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, follow us at Waves of the Bay. We're about to get into the Tampa Bay Watch segment, which we like to show love to 5 independent artists from out here in Tampa Bay. I've also showed love to some of my fellow Kansans as well. But if you guys want to send your music in for submission, wavesofthebayradio@gmail.com. Man, 88.5 Saturday Night Shutdown. Me and Spaceship are the hosts on the first couple Saturdays of that, which means that this Saturday, we're going to be on 88.5 FM, getting it in. We already got a crazy show planned. We got a few interviews to do. Yeah, man. Saturday Night Shine. But it's going to be a good time. So midnight to 3 a.m. Sunday morning, Saturday night, however you want to look at it.
It's going to be a long one.
Make sure you tune in 88.5. Yeah, please. All the way. But this is Tampa Bay Watch. So once again, if you guys want to get your music on here, Waves of the Bay Radio @gmail.com. We're going to kick it off with the only person we can kick it off right now, man. Like I said, we like to show love to 5 independent artists out of Tampa Bay. This man just shut down the whole damn city. Just shut down the whole damn city on a song that's been out for too damn long. I'm sure you used to be in the club city boying with shit.
Not me. I got 2 left feet, man. I just
that shit sound like a hip problem to me. But I ain't from Tampa though. But this guy right here, man, you can't mention Tampa and not hold it down for Tom G, man. Like honestly, like Tom G, Lil Duval, Chameleon, City Boy G Mix.
Hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. City boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, nigga city boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, nigga city boy with it. Come on.
In the cat, sipping cups, gas on. Look at her, the baby got her ass on. I'm really up, big water cash on. Big tip, all the strippers wanna dance on. Make it hurt, baby. Pussy make a nigga go to church, ain't Kurt Franklin, get lower, I bend it over. I'm trying to take your clothes off, fashion over. Tell your baby daddy I don't see him. Nigga keep your bitch out my DM. Baby looking all cute for the camera. You a vegan, baby, don't do the cucumber challenge. You a beast sailor, we in the street sailor. He find out his bitch cheating, wanna be fighter. For the boy, go grill on the T-Fang. Let me see you bend it for a minute, baby, city boy with it.
You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. City boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, nigga city boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, nigga city boy with it. Come on.
First off, what you thought this was? I fuck your baby daddy, bitch, just because. When my project hoes, who gon' touch they toes? When them project hoes taking dick up they nose. She want a real city boy, not a green nigga. You want a pussy, but you broke in your dreams, nigga. Came with the city boys on that mini game shit. We gon' always swing first, some hoes ain't getting no lick. Shit. Lil' booty stand up. Standing ovation, make that dick stand up. Bounce that ass like a basketball. I'm popping all this pussy, I ain't got on no drugs.
You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. City boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, nigga city boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, nigga city boy with it. Come on.
Make it hurt, make it hurt, ooh. Make it hurt, make it hurt, ooh. Twerk, stop pulling that skirt, ooh. Stop pulling that skirt, ow.
Drop it down to the floor, get low, baby. Drop it down to the floor, get low, baby. Drop it down to the floor, get low, baby. Drop it down to the floor, ow, ow. Squat, baby, baby, show me that twat, baby. 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 Ding dong, king dong, Joe Wild in the mo, ding wrong. Squat, baby, baby, show me that twat, baby. Squat, baby, baby, show me that twat, baby. Hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. You got hot girls running, all the city boys running. City boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, nigga city boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, city boy with it, nigga city boy with it. Come on.
Waves of the boy, waves of the boy, waves
of the boy,
waves of the boy.
Yeah, boy.
Chill. It's your boy, DJ Spaceship. Waves of the Bay is DJ Spaceship. You just heard City Boy featuring Tom G featuring Lil Duval and Chameleon. They just had the video shoot, and with Sergio, you know what I'm saying, he didn't go out there because he was too light-skinned. They didn't have enough sunblock for him. Let me stop.
They had the whole
whole city out there. They had hoods out there that didn't get along with each other. and there was no problems.
Yeah, I was about to swing by, man. I just figured there was no place to park.
It wasn't.
One.
They were charging the park.
That was the first one.
They was charging the park.
And then the second one was like, man, trying to get to the people I already know is like, it's going to take
They
forever.
were selling
a day.
parking
like,
lot space like it was a Bucks game.
And these niggas is wild. And like, I already know J-Rock was out there doing his City Boy and all that shit. So
J-Rock was out there. You know what? I got a
they
video.
They would have been looking at me like, well, nigga, why you ain't doing the City Boy? Like, nigga, I don't know that shit. Like,
Well, you know what
bro.
video? You know what video I got of J-Rock I still have yet to post? From Jay Wiz album release.
Oh, when they was jamming out?
Yes, sir. Poison.
Spaceship be getting people, man.
I wish I would have caught the You see where I'm going? And Black Wildflower, you can attest to it. I wanted to catch the part when I had the ladies in there singing Sweet Thing.
That was cool. But I just happened to watch the videos on my phone.
And you got it.
No. I have a video of you from Kansas.
What was I doing?
You wasn't doing nothing, but you wasn't behind the DJ booth for that video.
I was dancing?
Yeah, it was on you, dog. It was on you, dog. I seen the video this morning. I was like, oh, shit.
Listen, man.
It's all coming soon, bro. Like, I just took a look at the footage. Like,
this is why we can't have nice things.
I'm about to put something together, man. I got to show people how we got down back.
Listen, let's get into the next track, goddamn.
We could do that.
Trying to put everybody
out.
My food stamps gonna stop in the morning.
Coming up on, I think it's tomorrow. Or else it's Friday. But Albert J just dropped a new album called Grow, and this is one of the tracks from it called Problem right here. So shout out Albert J. It is tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Okay, that's what I thought. Wednesday.
I'm a problem, this ain't that class, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me higher than a mountain. I'm a problem, this ain't no crosswords, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me in a helicopter. I'm a problem, this ain't math class, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me higher than a mountain. I'm a problem, this ain't no crosswords, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me in a helicopter. I'm a problem. Hello Casco, it's your father. Hello Sana, spitting lyrics that's smacking you like E Honda. Literal, spiritual, thought provoking and make you ponder. So give me the mic and I might take flight, spitting that case like Barack. Sharper than Baraka, feeling like I could conquer Obama's with honesty. Honestly, not enough of our leaders truly believe in death before dishonor. That's a problem, but I'm a problem too. You would move different too if you had so many eyes on you. I and you put your soul on tracks, hoping to buy it too. And when they do, it's a feeling I can't describe. To subscribe to a genius in his mind, the good and the bad times. To express the daily grind just to shine. And for all that ever hear me, understand I'm one of a kind, I'm one of the truest. Cause really money and fame ain't why I do it. Daily truth and music has been elusive to the masses. The radio burning away our brains like it's an acid. It's madness. Zombies off the perch and the Xanax, I can't stand it. Homie, pass the week before I panic. I'm a problem, this ain't math class, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me higher than a mountain. I'm a problem, this ain't no crosswords, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me in a helicopter. I'm a problem, this ain't math class, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me higher than a mountain. I'm a problem, this ain't no crosswords, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me in a helicopter. I'm a problem, my mind's a never-ending maze. It's a nebula in the middle of space, connecting neurons of Bibles and Korans, minus all the corruption man's made. Cause I stay blazed, hey, just so I can make it through the day, man, how cliche of me. But I watch so many suffering from mental slavery. People mad at everything they can't be, blaming race and one of the reasons cops making us antsy. But it's a problem, and we don't see solutions on the news. They only show that 1% fighting and looting, and the other 99 everybody closes their eyes. And people die when that whistle blows, exposing the lies. Racism is a regular thing. World War III is what this past surely brings. Yo, July 2013, I'm desperate, I'm pacing hard, racing, I'm making for the future. My children facing, man, past the ganja. This bullshit can't penetrate my armor, so when the Maven days coming, I'm John Connor. Nigga, that's a problem. This ain't math class, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me higher than the mountain. I'm a problem. This ain't no crosswords, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me in a helicopter. I'm a problem. This ain't math class, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me higher than the mountain. I'm a problem. This ain't no crosswords, you can't solve them. Now Kush got me in a helicopter. I'm a problem.
That'd be interesting right there. Waves of the Bay. Episode 20.
You see
That'd
what
be
happens?
interesting right there.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, that's why we have to talk off air sometimes.
Man, listen.
Even though we are on Facebook Live and they probably hearing all this shit, but it is what it is, man.
How you like your boy location? Send me. Khalid.
Waves of the Bay, episode 20, Tampa Bay Watch. That was Albert J with Problem. Album release going out tomorrow. Hosted by Mike Mass.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Mike Mass, man. One of the greats in Tampa.
He's definitely that.
Ooh, this is a new track right here, man. I like this one, too. We're going to get into the next track here. Once again, this is Tampa Bay Watch. You guys want to submit your music, wavesofthebay@gmail.com. If you have it clean, send it clean. If you have it uncut, send it uncut. Because if you missed the memo, we are also the co-host of the Saturday Night Shutdown on 88.5 FM. And the clean music is all we can play on there. So if you have it, as a matter of fact, if you're an artist and you don't have clean cuts of your music, you might want to get on top of that because you're costing yourself money.
Yes, sir.
Straight up. But this track right here, Artisty, Dopamine.
Sway, Just Us. I got you.
All good.
See, I swear it's just us. My niggas are rock niggas. He out of line for a fire, getting pop, nigga. I was down, now I'm up, and they hot, nigga. Money dance like I'm Bobby, I'm a hot nigga. My niggas are rock niggas. He out of line for a fire, getting pop, nigga. I was down, now I'm up, and they hot, nigga. Money dance like I'm Bobby, I'm a hot nigga. Niggas thought I wouldn't pop, nigga. Could've fucked that bitch, but I wanted the top, nigga. To the bag, long path line, getting thinner. From the winter, mom told me I'm a fucking winner. Had two shorties, said I love you just to get up in her. Now bitches chasing me like I'm a fucking sprinter. She want a name in the range, I don't never hit her. A lot of pain in this game, gotta go on with it. T said my music all flames while I'm rolling with them. Say they gon' die for their pride, I don't see it in them. Thinking I let that shit go, I still wanna hit them. A couple G stuff in my coat, well I always hit them. On my way, but they different, they don't got no rhythm. But either way, I'ma go and get it. I know that bitches fuck with me because I got the ticket. And then my bros told me fuck that bitch, let's money mix it. Bruh, I've been thinking about the cash and them cutest kisses. The way you smile, the way you laugh, no reason for me dipping. But you been tripping, think I'm out here fucking with these bitches. But I've been chillin', tryna come and give you a good feeling. I see the hurt, I see the pain, let me be the healing. And to my dogs, I love my team, I ain't never switching. And to my dogs, I love my team, I ain't never switching. Yeah, see, I swear it's just us. My niggas are rock niggas. He out of line for a fire, getting pop, nigga. I was down, now I'm up, and they hot, nigga. Money dance like I'm Bobby, I'm a hot nigga. My niggas are rock niggas. He out of line for a fire, getting pop, nigga. I was down, now I'm up, and they hot, nigga. Money dance like I'm Bobby, I'm a hot nigga. Shit, my music, they been waiting. I can't take a break, don't do vacations. Them niggas can hate, I'm doing great, man. Fendi printing Gucci sneaks, that's what she dripped in. Shit is crazy that they flake, now I'm winning. I couldn't wait to get a bag, I was stealing. I know that niggas tight mad, cause I'm flexing with their exes. And they won't do nothing bad, cause niggas only talking reckless. That mean they ain't doing shit, but talking down, feeling helpless. I gave that bitch my heart and then she stole it like a felon. I keep walking, I ain't telling. Niggas plotting, pop they melon. Had to kick you out, it was just us, then you start telling. Niggas moving pitiful, I gotta keep a vessel too. Lately I stopped hitting you, cause I ain't wanna mix with you. Told her about the dick, I put it in and she start yelling. Baby, know it drip, I got too close and then I fell in. I ain't need to hop in, coupe blow, so I fell in. Thinking about her topless, her just like melons. When they told I was froze, see they hoes, yeah I know. I think big but stay low, cause they plotting on my goals. Told her she can stay the night, so when we done you gotta go. On my mind it's the family, I ain't worried about a hoe, or I ain't worried about your bro that's always hating, talk a low. Had a dream, then I chased it, shed the money with my bros. It's just us, my niggas are rock niggas. He out of line for a fire, getting pop, nigga. I was down, now I'm up, and they hot, nigga. Money dance like I'm Bobby, I'm a hot nigga. My niggas are rock niggas. He out of line for a fire, getting pop, nigga. I was down, now I'm up, and they hot, nigga. Money dance like I'm Bobby, I'm a hot nigga.
It's Waves of the Bay, episode 20. I got excited. It's cool. I ain't worried about it. It's our podcast, damn it. We do what we do. But this cat right here, we're actually interviewing him on Saturday on the FM radio show. That was Sway with Just Us. Get low middletainment, man. That's what it is, bro. Like I'm excited. This is going to be like our second interview on Saturday Night Shutdown. The first one, T.O., like that shit went cool.
I like T.O., man. That's my peoples. Like I said, that's the people. That's
but I don't really know this cat though, so that's what's interesting.
You don't really know
T.O.? Like, no, we know T.O. I don't know Sway.
Sway.
So I'm looking forward to getting to know Sway. Let's see what's up. Try to see how he reacts to some things. But I want to know.
Gotcha.
What's up with this cat? You know.
Well, you know, I got a whole bunch of mind twisting, spine tingling, conversation tingling.
He be pulling questions out out of a box, dog. Like,
but for me, like I'm more of the like off the top. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can think of some stuff that I want to know, and I'm pretty sure that other people want to know too. I'm not asking what's your bank account, what's your blood type, where your mama from, what she said, say my name. It's not like that.
And honestly, people have been giving us praise for interviews because we're not doing that shit. Like this cat right here, like I said off air, like he asked the questions I wish I would have asked. Because he be hitting y'all. He be hitting y'all with that left sometimes. Like, damn, that nigga caught me. Caught me square in my jaw. Like,
you undercredit the power that you bring to me asking the questions that I asked.
You be dropping them, dog. I'm telling you.
Pause.
Tampa Bay Watch Waves of the Bay, episode 20.
Oh, shit.
All right, officially, this is Artist She with Dopamine.
To your system, feeling good. I know you would. Too bad you gon' miss. You gon' feed for it, for it, for it, for it, for it, for it. You gon' feed for it, for it, for it, for it, for it, for it. 'Cause I'm like the new shirt you just bought. The ribbon you tied on your new car. The gift that you opened, but you was too focused around all of your friends trying to show up. So you just gon' use and abuse me and wonder why things aren't working. But if you care, you see right there that you didn't follow instructions. Like all of the maintenance, all these loose screws and shit that you just left on the dresser. Long as I make you feel better, overdose on my injections. 'Cause I'm so dopamine, injecting your system, feeling good. I know you would. Too bad you gon' miss. You gon' feed for it, for it, for it, for it, for it, for it. You gon' feed for it, for it, for it, for it, for it, for it. Now if I said I loved you, I meant it. Drilled and cemented. Why you wanna go there? Why you never play fair? You sitting looking down on me, I knock you off your high chair. I'm the one that put you there, I'm the only one that cared. And you got the nerve to boast at me. Puff your chest out like you got control of me, a hold of me. It ain't how it's supposed to be. And I guess you got grand, switch the plan on me. Supposedly was supposed to be a part of me, the heart of me. Guess this love blinded me. I'm trying to be, baby, I'ma be. 'Cause I'm so dopamine, injecting your system, feeling good. I know you would. Too bad you gon' miss. You gon' feed for it, for it, for it, for it, for it, for it. You gon' feed for it, for it, for it, for it, for it, for it. You gon' feed. I'm so dopamine, I'm so dopamine, I'm so dopamine, I'm so dopamine,
Ways of the Bay, DJ Spaceship. That was Artist She, Dopamine. She dope, I mean, cat.
That's her new single, man. She got a new project coming out for real. Like it's coming like very soon.
She been working too, man.
She has been. She definitely has been. So I'm glad to get some new music from her. I'm glad we get to debut on Waves of the Bay. This once again, Waves of the Bay, man. It's episode 20. What we do every show, we put on for 5 artists. Every show, 5 artists, which means we played 100 of y'all's tracks as of tonight. So whether y'all support it or not, man, you got to respect that shit, man. And on top of that, like, what are y'all doing to progress your scene wherever you're at right now?
And
like,
I want y'all to support us, too, so I can get the biggest Chanel in the store if you want.
We almost there, man. I'm about to quit working off this shit, man. Watch, we gonna get there.
You better not leave me behind, motherfucker. Shit,
I gotta get a job first
everything
before we switch the job.
Yeah,
shit.
motherfucker. Yeah.
I'll speak it into it. Yeah, so we good at what we
blessings.
do. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, 2011 was your 10-year high school reunion. Yeah, I graduated 2000. Yeah, 2010 would have been that. 2011,
Listen,
you was in 11th grade, bro.
But you know something crazy that I never did, and I'm not gonna say this person's name, but we got it coming up. I did not go to my prom. No, I ain't want to go.
I went to 2 proms.
Oh, you was moving. I ain't go to that one. You know what I did for prom? I went to motherfucking sleep.
Like an old motherfucker.
Because I made a promise to my mom. She wanted one thing from me, and she said, I just want your diploma. So I graduated high school with a 4.3.
So you ain't go to prom because of that,
Right?
No.
That I don't see.
I ain't had no
how-
interest. I ain't
Like,
had
I was
and the person I wanted to go
stunned.
with.
Right. My mom made sure I went to prom.
My
Had
mom
the
ain't-
nails done, matching with the dress. Okay.
No, and the person I wanted to go with, she I thought she had a date, but she didn't. And then to
Yeah,
find out at
that's
the
the
10-year
truth.
reunion, she wanted me to be her
So
date.
here's the truth, not your mom. Don't try to blame it on that.
Well, no, I'm not blaming my mom. No, my mom. My
He ain't
focus
put
was
that
my
work
mom.
in.
He ain't
Thought
put the
he
work
didn't
in.
have
He
a date. Coulda had a date.
He up there
No,
sleep,
no.
really think about
I
that.
thought
I
he was
really
gonna
want
go
to
sleep
go.
till I get this
These niggas lie. See,
4.3.
this is why we can't have nice things. I did ask her. She didn't give me no answer back. And then when she did, tickets was high. Man, fuck that. I was
Man, you could have went with your boy.
Yeah,
You could have
like
went by
that's the future
yourself.
concept.
He
You
wasn't
could've
here.
found
He
a
was,
date
he was
down.
up there husking corn and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was down here, city boy,
No,
jigging
that's
to the floor.
Nebraska, nigga. Fuck that.
You read up below that shit. It's close enough, man.
Nah.
Close enough.
Wow.
Man.
That's a whole different ball
But
game.
what I was alluding to is there's an adult prom that's in the process of being planned.
And you should go.
Are you gonna
Well,
go?
I have no choice. I might be the fucking DJ. I'm just, and that's my mentor.
Shout out to you.
I mean, I don't
have his
know. man.
Hawaiian flower shirt on and shit.
Hey, it's gonna work too. Drink a whole bunch of water.
He got the leather sandals on. He got the whole outside
with the hat.
Uncle barbecue
Tom.
getup,
Cock to the
dog.
side.
Linen
Fuck you.
pants and shit.
You gonna
Fuck.
go with a date?
That would be nice this time.
Well,
You know what? Fuck that. Yes, I will have a
there
date
you go. You
this
got to
time.
speak life into
I
it.
would life.
I would talk shit, but
We
I'm
gonna
pretty
catch
sure
your Uber
wifey,
and die.
wifey would probably want to go to some shit like that. But I've
Yeah.
already done prom, so I could talk a little bit of shit about
Not
that.
the adult prom.
Nigga, we did prom 20 years ago, motherfucker.
I thought it was 25 for you. 20.
Nah, don't even.
Not that.
Nigga,
Don't.
I got.
No, it's not
Come
working.
on. Come on now,
Okay,
bro.
I'm sorry.
Come
sorry.
on now, bro.
Waves of the Bay,
First the
DJ
feet.
Spaceship. Listen, Tone.
Now we're gonna talk about what?
Tone, listen, I don't want to sound like crazy. My shit ain't fucked up. And I played way more
You
sports
see how
than
he
you
said
did.
that shit?
Yes.
I'm just
Yes.
saying because he
As
brought-
if he insinuated my shit's already fucked up.
I'm
Right.
not.
And
No,
insinuated he done played
Right.
more sports than me.
I'm insinuating I did play more sports than you. That's a fact.
Ooh!
That's a fact. Baseball. You want to count with me?
Nigga, where the picture at?
I
So
can
we,
show- where you
what
wanna
a
go? I can show
letter.
you
No,
some-
forget the pictures. I
Photoshop,
need to see
nigga.
the letter.
I can show
Did
you
you
no
have a
green
letter?
screen
Because I got
shit,
3
huh?
letters. How many do you have?
More, 3. Come on now. We got to add up more than that. I can show you trophies. I can take you to the showcase. I'm a bad motherfucker. Well, I used to be a bad motherfucker.
Right. I'm like, hold up.
Not no more.
20 years ago,
Not
dog.
no more.
Definitely.
Not no more, man. Listen, don't sleep on your boy. I don't just do this. I do that too.
This is gonna spiral into something
But
else.
you
right here. I
just
can
said
already
that you
tell
could
this
barely
shit.
open a door. So this was 20 years ago. We're not going to
That
live in
was-
the past.
That was comedy.
Okay.
But I'm 36
Hey,
and I said
respect
that.
your elders, okay?
Right.
I'm the only one that gets to clown him for being 20
Wow.
years ago. Hold up
Wow.
now.
Okay, respect. I did learn that.
Because
from
of
the
that,
South.
you do not get warm porridge.
Wow.
Do they eat porridge anymore?
No,
Who
I
the
don't
fuck?
think so. Maybe from
Nah.
up
Damn
north,
it,
like
that's old
never
as
down
fuck.
here.
Not even broke niggas eat
That's
that shit,
Sergio
dog.
old. God damn it.
Nah,
Oh
porridge
shit.
is cream
So you
of
see
wheat
how I
in
bring
the
the whole
Midwest,
room
dog.
in this motherfucker, right?
Yes.
Cream of wheat
I
in the
run through this
Midwest,
shit
dog.
like
That's
diarrhea.
okay. That's okay. That's okay.
What are we talking about?
I got something for you.
Must be a
Ways of the Bay.
You're a poet.
Episode 20.
You're a poet.
whatever
Well, I'm not a
y'all
poet,
use,
I'm,
man. Twitter,
Spaceship.
Instagram, Facebook.
Spaceship.
Follow us, Waves of the Bay. Submit your music to the Tampa Bay Watch at Waves of the Bay Radio at gmail.com. We played Tom G featuring Lil Duval and
Yes, sir.
Chameleon, Albert J, Sway, Artishy. We're about to end the show up with YFC Monroe. Look at my drip.
Look at my drip. Look at my drip. Look at my drip.
So, hey, on the beat, yo,
at my drip when I step now. A young nigga ball with no ref now. I got out that mud by myself now. Ran a checker with no help on that block by myself. That MO went out to the OE. These niggas so down but don't know me. Hit all fuck with fake friends and phonies. Something like you stepping, nigga, you won't have to show me. We ain't the same, you just a lame, chasing the cloud for the fame. We do the dash, switching the lanes, look, we blowing the stain. Right, see that be the game, catch me slipping and bang. We just caught another play in paper on my brain. You like to sit up on Twitter, we like to pull up on niggas. I need the bad and skrilla, nah, no man in the middle. Just me in the mirror, look, I'm such a go-getter. These bitches are tricky, look, they good at pretending. Keep my heart cold like December, the real gon' reveal look. No drought in the winter, can't wait to get me a sprinter. I know that's gon' kill him, she give me top like the ceiling. A wonderful feeling, getting this money and winning. I look at my drip when I step now. A young nigga ball with no ref now. I got out that mud by myself now. Ran a checker with no help on that block all by myself. That MO went out to the OE. These niggas talk down but don't know me. Hit all fuck with fake friends and phonies. Something like you stepping, nigga, you won't have to show me. I'm blessed with palace, I get higher than feathers. And if she fuck me real good and I buy whatever. The designers and leather, her sneakers the letters. She don't wanna leave me alone, won't be mine forever. But it's MOB, babe, I swear by every letter. A young nigga chasing paper, applying this pressure. And all my niggas turn to pies when we up the treasure. They got a mouth full of gold like they want some medals. And all my niggas shoot it out, they ain't bout to wrestle. I keep Smitty by my side like a Smith and Wesson. I caught the zipper gas, swear that was my best investment. I hit the block like no tomorrow, trying to bring a check in. I look at my drip when I step now. A young nigga ball with no ref now. I got out that mud by myself now. Ran a checker with no help on that block all by myself. That MO went out to the OE. These niggas talk down
DJ
but
Spaceship
don't know
Waves of the Bay, man. That was your boy YFC Monroe. Look at my drip. Look at my drip, man. It's the end of the night, man. You good, Tom?
I'm fantastic. How you doing?
You see how he want. I ain't want to look at him, man. You good, quote? Uncle Serge, you all right?
Fantastic.
You sure?
I heard you got a new album dropping.
No, that was my hairline dropping back another inch. My shit is like Vinny Testaverde in the pocket.
Check your Facebook.
Who is this man?
Check your Facebook.
My Facebook. You did some
He
dumb
wants
shit.
to get ahead of the clowning.
Man, listen.
You get it ahead of the clowning.
Tony ain't seen the remix yet.
I can't even worry about y'all cats, man. Who did this shit to me, dog?
It's a problem, man. That's why I was saying, man. That's why I posted. Like, I'm looking forward to Tuesday. At work today, I was about to get on some people's heads, bro. Like, straight up. So
Pause.
I'm glad to be here for Waves of the Bay, episode 20. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's nothing compared
You seen this shit?
No, he didn't see the remix.
I haven't even pulled it up yet.
That's the new joint.
I don't even need. Let me see. I wish y'all could see this on the radio, but on my live
This is fucked up, man.
Spaceship.
That's stupid right there. Oh God.
This is what I was imagining, though.
Listen, that's your fault. We ain't talking to you. Turn the microphones off. Turn them off. Give me my
I just
phone.
was imagining the fade on the
Damn, that's foul, man.
Wow. You got different looks. You got different looks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to post that on the Ways of the
Please.
Bay. Yeah, y'all got to see this. I'm over here.
I'm finna report it.
I'm over here
I'm finna report it.
I'm crying laughing right now, and that's nothing compared to the shit I'm about to do. Like I already know how I'm about to do this, but man, that's funny as fuck.
Tone, I will warn you. You might get a divorce if I do this to you.
Come on with it, bro.
You will be afraid.
Hold on. That's a plausible comment right there. What the fuck are we talking
Hold
about?
on. Let me take that back.
Hold up.
Let me take that back. I apologize.
Yeah, hold up.
You gonna be pissed off when I finish.
Whoa.
You gonna marry that. You gonna be pissed off. Listen, I went to Kansas. I have ammunition.
No comment.
I got ammunition.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay. Well, let the good times roll. Kawasaki.
Come on with it then.
I'm scared. I ain't gonna much like.
Yeah.
I was kind of bluffing, hoping he say, "Nah, I ain't gonna do this shit."
I ain't the
Fuck
one with that shit. Mean
Damn.
King.
Bring it on.
Mean King.
I don't
Ways
know
of the
about
Bay,
that.
episode 20. We just talked with Black Wildflower tonight. Next week, we got Flavors Water Ice coming through here.
Yes, sir.
We got a back to school bash. I want to make sure I get all these names correct. So let me pull this up right quick. We got 4 people coming through for the back to school bash. Starting with
Natalia.
Flavors Water Ice, Shannon Simpson. We we love Shannon. Shannon's good people, man. Hey, Shannon, you better bring me a mango and watermelon, though. Straight up, though. I'm going to make my request early, please. Bring the flavors water ice if you could, please. J-Rock Jones is going to be coming through with her as well. We got Latalia Daniels. And then we also got Tasha Nicole coming through here. That's going to be next week, August 6th. August 20th, we got Demi Nova.
Yes, sir.
Coming into the States.
Demi.
She's going to be rocking out with us, man. We're going to have a good time talking with Demi. Demi, man, it's been a while since we've seen Demi. We're huge fans of Demi, so the fact that we get to have her on the radio, on the podcast radio show.
So y'all should definitely come out to the show at Crowbar August 18th, because myself, Fresh P, Mike Mance, all of us going to be there.
It's going to be tough.
That hurts. It hurts. So I want to support, but we also got a show that night too.
Okay.
So I hope we both do numbers that we need to do, and we're gonna be there in spirit because I definitely rock with Demi. But we got open mic that night, so anybody that's not gonna be performing at Demi, y'all might want to come around the corner and rock out with us. Hit that stage, 5 minutes of stage time. I got my brothers coming down. One of my dudes from Ohio is coming down, Blaquito Balboa. My other brother from Pensacola, D. Lee, is coming down here. Taylor Moon, Hagen Lee. Shit, and then we also got Chauncey P representing St. Pete 2TS Entertainment. So that's what we got going on next week. Flavors Water Ice, talking about the back to school bash. You guys can follow us Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Waves of the Bay. Submit your music to wavesofthebay@gmail.com. I'm Tone Capone. You can find me tone-capone.com. I spell it with a K. If y'all spell it with a C,
you would not see me.
There it goes. See, I got it set up just like that. You gotta love it, you know what I'm saying? You want to say anything?
I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me out. I've had a phenomenal time, and I'm so excited for August 3rd. I'm so excited for everything that you all are doing.
I'm excited for you.
I just want you all to be motivated. Everyone that's listening on here, you are phenomenal, you are inspirational, and you are love. Yes. Black Wildflower approves of this message.
Hell yeah.
This is your king, Jaffe Joffa, speaking to you, letting you know, leave spaceship alone. Why does that sound crazy? This nigga here.
This guy. Really?
He got me. All right.
Oh my goodness. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to catch y'all next week, man. Make sure y'all share this with somebody. Whatever platform y'all use, make sure you follow us and subscribe. This is Waves of the Bay. Peace.
Even my mama thinks that my hairline gone, but I ain't never looked just like Sergio.
We be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying to truck. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they go, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of kid that little homie.